All right, we're live. How y'all doing?
Feeling good,
Mixed.
man. I mean, as good as we can be in this
Yeah.
present state. Season's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Season's
the same way.
over. New beginnings.
New beginnings. I will say that. I will, uh we watched we watched the Ravens lose in dramatic fashion once again. And but the upside to it is that we got ultimately, I think the real fans got what they wanted, which was us to not. If we would have won that game, we would have made it to the playoffs. Who knows? We might win a playoff game, end up in the AFC Championship game again, do something silly, and then they can't fire John Harbaugh. So this was the poison pill we had to take in order to get to elevate. I think.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was tough. It was tough because John Harbaugh is still an elite coach. We're just trying to win a Super Bowl. And every time we get to a coach, we get out coached. The game plan, the second hand um, half adjustments. You would really have to be a Ravens fan to understand that. Because if you look at his stats, they look good. He won a Super Bowl, he went to the playoffs 12 out of 18 seasons. The records. He went to the playoffs last 3 years, besides this year. So, but actually, being a Ravens fan, you see why we didn't run Derrick Henry. You know why we doing this, and it's a lot of that going on. And then we ask him why, and he's like, "Yeah, well, I was thinking the same thing." And then as a Ravens fan, you're like, "Well, aren't you the head coach?" Type thing. So that's one of the issues that we're facing is that for that to get over the hump, we would need a coach that maybe at least controls the defense or controls the offense, takes command like Andy Reid and that next level coaching. So
Hey, man, I don't care who the coach is
right,
necessarily, but this is the big thing. Whatever your area of expertise is, that position group need to be solid.
hmm
If you're a special teams coordinator and you missing kicks and every other kick is out off to the side and the punt game ain't that good and you never got no punt returns, you never got no kick returns. I haven't seen a special team wrinkle in a decade. I ain't seen nothing. They ain't did no hooking like they ain't did nothing crazy on special teams. So if that's the case, I just don't really, I think it's been time to move on from a coach that his area of expertise, he's not even doing well at that. If we get a defensive coach, I expect the defense to be a top 10 defense. If we get an offensive coach, I expect to have a solid offense. But
yeah, and
we
then losing the 10-point leads. I mean, it's we're up by 10 in the fourth quarter, up by 17 in the fourth quarter. I mean, we know we're going to lose, which makes no
Yeah, that's
sense.
it's nasty, bro. It's nasty. I think, and other team knows too. We know we
Yeah,
ain't gonna be able to hold the lead. The other team, like, oh yeah, we got them right where we want them. Let's go. Let's just.
yeah,
This is perfect. We're within 10. We're within two scores, and we got
right,
10 minutes to go.
right.
They're gonna give this to us. Let's just throw it at. Let's just throw it at one of them cornerbacks. Let's just keep on throwing bombs. We gonna get a flag. They gonna get a penalty. They just gonna fold. We just fold like church chairs every single time we got a lead late in the game.
Well, you know what? That also brings me to like my next question. Like, do you think how we lost our last game, or just like how the special teams has just gone in general, is what really truly did John in? Regardless of the defense completely collapsing towards well, actually, they were bad to start off the season, low key. Once Brandon Metabike went out, but do you think the special teams just being that bad, kicks going out of bounds, missed field goals, do you think that's what actually did him in, not necessarily our record?
Um, I mean, I think it's all connected. I think it's all combined. I have a feeling that John Harbaugh hasn't had the locker room.
Mhm.
in a minute. And it's because of the way that he coaches. It's because of the conservative nature that he does down the stretch. It's when Lamar has to always hit the come on, we got to keep going, we got to keep pushing. Why is he wanting? Why does the team want to push further and push harder? And then John Harbaugh is always like, nah, chill. We gotta take our foot off the gas. Let's just try to get this clock, get this game over with. Let's just get out of this game. He always is trying to get out of the game instead of trying to win the game. And I think that that's just been a personality of his that I don't know. I think that used to work in 2009. In
Well,
2000,
we had Ray Lewis in that read,
and the game was different.
and the game was different.
And the game was different. Like I just think that running the air out the football and trying to play good defense used to be a thing. And now it's like team. I would wonder how many teams have won games over the last 5 seasons that didn't win the time of possession battle. And then I would like to see what that win loss record was before. Because I think that if you couldn't win the time of possession, you wasn't winning the game. And now
Yeah.
and now it's like teams just can score so quickly that they don't even care. Like the Chiefs be like, yo, we about to just not even run the ball. Like the Chiefs done got away from running the ball so much they don't even really run the ball. They don't even, I mean, like they don't care. They just throw.
Yeah, that is a good question. I don't necessarily know that answer, but I do know that the lack of pass rush, I think we would have been the second worst team in the NFL to make the playoffs if we did get in, with our lack of pass rush. But actually, technically, San Francisco 49ers had the least amount of sacks this entire season, and they found success either way getting into the playoffs. So, yeah, I mean, it's just a weird season, but I mean, time of possession, you do hit a point. I would like to see that stat too. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I mean the San Francisco 49ers to me are in a different situation. I think Kyle Shanahan is one of the preeminent play callers in the league. So off the rip, you just always had like him and Sean McVay, like you just always have this very sturdy like they're gonna have a game plan and then they're gonna make adjustments throughout the game that's gonna attack what you're not doing well.
Yeah.
So I think that when you have a guy like that on your offensive side of the ball, yeah, your defense doesn't. You don't have to do that. There's certain things that you don't have to do.
Well, average time of possession, the top eight out of all the eight teams that are in the list, only one of them did not make the playoffs, and that was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number one, Buffalo Bills. Number two, the Chargers. Three, Tampa Bay. Four, Texans. Five, Jaguars. Six, Patriots. Seven, Broncos. Eight, Chicago Bears.
So the Bucks were the only team that one time of possession but did not make the playoffs.
Correct.
Got you. Okay. So not
Yeah.
necessarily so not necessarily this season, but I'm not. I don't think that not winning the time of possession is like a reason or not a reason. Or I think it does still win you most games, but I've seen teams win without winning the time of possession more than I used to.
I still think you have to be able to hold the ball in order to win. Let me look at the sack leaders.
I mean,
What?
Lamar doesn't play like that. Lamar scores touchdowns. So it's going to be tough because he just does not throw those short passes. He's not trying to get the first down. He's trying to score.
But we've
As
always
you
had
can
a
see,
good running game, though, Charles.
I understand that. But when Lamar only throws 18 passes a game, five of those are going to be touchdowns. He just not he doesn't throw short. I mean, we talked about that on the last episode. So it's going to be tough for him to slow down. I mean, for us to have that.
Yeah, and probably rushing the ball maybe is not as important as it used to be, because there's a couple of teams on here that did not make the playoffs, like us, the Giants, the Falcons, the Cowboys, the Jets.
Well, we have the problem this year, like the Bengals have, is that the offense is fine for the most part, but we can't stop anybody. I mean, Kyle Hamilton was making up for all of our holes, but as you can see, as soon as he was out the game, it was they scored 20 something points. So the defensive coordinator, he's gambling, playing man with no pass rush,
I
with
mean, I
with
looking back at that game, I'm not even defensively. It's not even. It's players, bro. That's not scheme, son. That was Darius Washington giving up a seam play to fire move late in the game. The 30, 40 yards late in the game. That's Roquan Smith literally not doing anything. We just watched Agent Zero be out there just running around. Late in the game, he go in there try to make a tackle on who their running back? Who's the running back for the Steelers?
they got
Warren.
two.
Jalen
Warren.
Warren. Jalen Warren get the ball. Everybody got him. Everybody got him dead to rights. Roquan Smith shoots in there and grabs him by his legs. Awful, awful attempt. He gets right up out of there, ends up breaking two, three more tackles and picks up 15 yards. Another gasher with the game on the line. Like it's like, bro, like we just didn't have it, bro. And I can't look and say, oh, Zach, I can't say Zach Orr was the reason why we didn't have it. Those are competency issues by players. That
Well, I
ain't
don't think we have the right players, though, Brian. That's the thing, right? Because I
But the
just
type
don't.
of but the
minus
type of
Kyle
gambling.
Hamilton.
Yeah, minus Cal Hamilton. I mean, if you look at that defense, our best pass rusher, and I said this in the last broadcast, our best pass rusher was a guy that we got at the trade deadline.
Yeah, Draymond Jones, and Mike
Right.
Green. Mike Green got up to
Yes,
speed by the end of the season.
yeah.
I like Mike Green. I'm excited for what he got to bring,
Yeah.
but yeah, we don't have any edge that can bring any pressure. They have to blitz. You have to blitz to get home, and against a quarterback against rookie quarterbacks, you can trick them. The young quarterbacks, you can trick them and just blitz at odd times and get pressure. Against we just couldn't we couldn't you can't trick Aaron Rodgers.
The Steelers aren't a good team. I mean, they just lost to the Browns, and that's the thing. They didn't even have their best wide receiver. We lost because of coaching.
I mean the Browns have a top five defense, bro.
Yeah, and they have the
So
worst
what?
offense.
I know, but when a top five defense plays against a really trash offense like the Steelers
Right,
without DK Metcalf, it makes it so that's an even game. It's not like they lost. It's like, oh, they lost to the Browns. The Browns are a divisional opponent with a top five defense. That's just like that's a recipe for a loss, honestly. So
right.
I'm not I
But
can't I can't look at that and say, oh, they're that bad. But because 3 weeks ago when the Steelers had DK, they were looking like a threat. We just didn't have it. We just didn't defensively. Whatever that was, I thought we looked good for 3 quarters. I thought the defense looked fine for 3 quarters.
Yeah, their offense is not an offense.
I
They're not
mean,
an
but
offensive juggernaut at all.
that's our thing is that we do look good for 2 or 3 quarters. I mean, yeah,
Who's
it is
not?
what it
Who's
is.
not a juggernaut?
The Steelers.
No, the Steelers offense.
Yeah.
No, they're not good. They don't. I mean, look, they
Although I will say this though, they are tied for the fourth fewest giveaways, so they're not going to turn over the ball.
no, they. I mean, their goal is to grind you down. That's their
Yeah.
only. That's their only game. It's just like we're not going to take a bunch of shots. We're not going to take a bunch of chances. We're not going to do a bunch of silly stuff. We're just going to run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, quick screens, check down, check down, check down, make the game long, make the game tough. We just want to hit you. How many times can you get hit and keep going? And then by the fourth quarter, they eventually you gonna get tired of doing what we doing. You gonna get tired of the grind. You're gonna take a chance. You're gonna make a mistake. And look, you saw what happened. A batted ball turns into a interception by the backside defensive end. That's so fluke. Like that ball could have hit that ball hits the grass 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
It's
But
always like that when we play them, though.
it's always
We
like
have
that.
the better team. We've had the better team, and Mike Tomlin still beats us. It's what you said. The
Mm.
mistakes, the it's just coaching. I mean, it really is. We have the better roster. We were healthy. It's no excuse. Um, so I mean, Mike Tomlin is a better coach.
Yeah,
He
oh
has his players ready to play
yeah,
at their maximum
excited.
potential, and he has
Yeah,
the right game plan. Hey, we gonna just like take what the defense gives us and just wait for them to make mistakes. That's how he beats us. And he's done that even without Aaron Rodgers. He's done that with no quarterback, you know.
facts.
So
And every single week, every single time, it looks like John Harbaugh goes out there and does not have an idea of what to attack. Like, what are we
right,
trying to what are we trying to attack? Are we gonna run at TJ Watt? Are we gonna run at Highsmith? Are we gonna eliminate something? Are we gonna try to eliminate something? And the
right.
answer is I'm going to put my trust in 8 to save my life over and over and over again. Like I think I sent y'all the clip of those that touchdown pass Lamar threw. That's just like
Yeah,
there's like nothing you can do, bro. Like straight up, the ball gets hiked. There's only 4 people blitzing, but the offensive line doesn't know which 4 it is. TJ Watt backs off. So and then everybody else goes left. What's the name? Stanley wants to double team somebody, but he don't need no help. The other
right,
guy, Linderbaum, decides that he wants to help double team somebody, or he wants to triple team somebody, and he won't help Falele, even though Falele constantly needs help. Falele doesn't touch a soul.
right.
So it's 3 offensive linemen literally touching no one or not doing it or not doing very much. And Highsmith comes clean. Luckily, Lamar slips in there and breaks the tackle, directs some traffic, and throws the ball to Zay Flowers. Like he just does something that like only one person can do.
That was one of the best plays I've seen this year because he was any other quarterback would have got sacked on that. It was two
It's
people.
yeah,
He wa-
man. It's
he was
really
clutch.
it's really a shame that those plays go that throw to likely on 4th down, like all that stuff goes it doesn't unheard. It's just an unheard play now. Like it doesn't matter. It wasn't enough, and we got to do something. This kicker situation. Yeah. We're in a tough spot, bro. We knew immediately that Justin Tucker was the guy. We
Right,
knew
but
we
Yeah.
knew we knew immediately when he was a rookie that he was clutch. It's like, oh, Justin Tucker got a boot. He's kicking 50 plus yarders and
he
he's
had a
making
swag.
clutch kicks. He got look
Yeah,
this look. I don't know. Homie sings opera.
yeah,
He be acting corny, but when he get out there on that field,
yeah, killer.
he's a killer. That's
And he
all we
wants
knew,
he wants to be in that position.
and that's all we knew from the beginning.
Yeah, he
I
even yeah.
know. I know already. Tyler Loop's not the guy.
We said that. I said that. I said, listen, he's not.
He
You know,
missing
and that's
50 yarders, bro. You can't. Come on,
he
dog.
doesn't
Everybody,
have the yeah.
dog,
Which is and now they can actually like have their little special ball. So everyone gets like a 5 yard bonus because the balls that they use are designed to kick now. That's why everybody's breaking all the records with kicking and stuff. And even with that,
I didn't even know that. That's a good, wow. That's good
yeah,
insight.
that's why they're kicking 68, 69 yard field goals this year
they're
with a
kicking
high
six.
clip.
We're watching guys kick 60 plus yarders. We're watching guys.
Yeah,
You routinely kick 55 plus yarders. 50 pluses are becoming like normalized, and then
right,
we got a kicker who literally never makes 50 yarders.
Yeah.
right. And
We can't win
yeah,
like that, bro. That's just not. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we got to
I
go
think we
back to
should
the drawing board on the kicker situation. Also, I think we need to have an open competition.
Well,
we should
guys,
have we
let,
should have
let,
had
let's
one more play though. Go
let's
ahead.
pivot though. Yeah, let's pivot because I want to get to the next topic, which is the head coaching, right? And I
Okay.
think special teams, of course, is going to be something that the next coach is going to have to fix, right? So these are a list of 10 names that have been floating out there. Um, and you can see the sources here as well. And I think a lot of them are interesting because, they're, I feel like they're really focusing on offense. And I think our offense, it's probably not the number one thing that needs to be fixed right now. I would probably say it's defense. But with that being said, you want somebody to come in who is going to get along with Lamar, right? Who is going to be on the same page as Lamar. And rumors toward the end of the season was that Lamar and John, at the very minimum, were having some odds, right? They were not simpatico. So it is interesting who these names are. So take a look, 1 through 10. The first name on the list, I think, is obvious. Todd Monken. He knows the organization. He's in the good graces of Lamar, I would say, as of right now. I don't think he's a number one candidate, though. I would suspect that they'll probably interview him.
I'm
See what he
top.
says. Go
I
ahead.
don't really like his style. It's
How
too.
old is Todd Monken?
Yeah, I'm not really feeling it. He's
Ooh, I
he's
don't know.
he took Derrick Henry out the game too much for me. So, and I don't like that he don't play action and just take the free yards. I don't like how he don't use the tight ends.
He's
Um,
59.
I
I'm
mean,
good. Good. I'm good on the
yeah,
I'm good on the senior citizens.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm good. I feel like he's gonna get a opportunity though. So
I think, yeah, I think
Only
an opportunity, probably a couple interviews. I don't know if he's a head coach though necessarily. Right? I think he's a good coordinator,
right,
Mhm.
but I don't know how he is as a head coach. And a lot of these names that come
He was a
after,
head coach at Georgia, wasn't he?
yeah.
yeah,
Two
yeah,
national
but
championships.
and his record in the NCAA was 13-26.
Or was he the offensive coordinator at Georgia?
I don't know if he was a head coach of Georgia, but I do know his record as a college head coach is 13-26.
I could see Todd Monken going to the Raiders.
Well,
Raiders.
I will get to if you want me to get to that.
Yeah,
I can talk about that, but
yeah,
I think Todd Monken as a head coach. I mean, I really don't see that, so we could kind of mark that off, put
He
that in the
not.
where's
He
bag.
Mike?
hasn't been. He hasn't been a head coach in the NFL, and he was the head coach at Southern Mississippi from 2013 to 2015.
Ooh, Southern Mississippi, isn't that a big juggernaut?
Yeah, so he doesn't have. I mean, he's got a lot of NFL experience with the Bucks and the Browns and now us, but not as a head coach. So I would.
Now,
I don't think, especially like if we were coming off a year where we was averaging 40, I think he would definitely probably get a job. But now coming off of a down year, I think it's gonna be tough for everybody coming off a down year.
Yeah,
yeah, I feel like he's been passed up a lot already, and I really don't see him being a head coach. Now, with that being said, I think he's a decent, or probably even I would list him as a good offensive coordinator. I just don't know if he's that head coach material. Now, let's go to number two. 'Cause I think number two is an interesting name,
Hmm.
and that's Brian Flores. And I know Brian, you like Brian Flores, right?
Yeah, yeah. Just because of the name situation.
Right. Now, what we're going to get, if it is Brian Flores, what we're going to get is somebody who's proven to be a strong defensive minded person, right? He knows how to fix defenses. And he has former head coaching experience. He actually, if I want to say, even when he was with Miami, even though that was a fiasco towards the end, he actually did have a winning record as a head coach in Miami.
Yeah, Brian Flores is a good coach, bro. I don't think nobody around the league thinks that Brian Flores is a good coach. The only reason why he's not a head coach is because he tried to sue the NFL. Because they tried to force him to lose games in Miami and he wouldn't do it.
Right. So his
It's like
last two
tank for Tua.
seasons, right? His
It's like,
last two
bro.
seasons, 10-6
right.
and 9-8. So he knows how to coach. He's a winning head coach. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Given to your point, and again,
He's
defense is a
44 years old.
specialty.
44 years old. This would be to me, it would be a wonderful chance to right the wrong of letting go of Mike McDonald. You let go of Mike McDonald, a young defensive mind, a young wonderkin. You let him walk out the door just so you can
That was
keep
the
John
one.
Harbaugh for two more seasons. And now you end up moving off of John Harbaugh a couple seasons later. And the only way that you can, I just think it's Baltimore, bro. I just don't think that in certain places you have to move to the beat of the place you at. and it's Baltimore. It's gritty. It's grimy. It's hard. We play in cold weather in January. We need defense to be the point. We don't got to worry about the offense. The offense is fine. It's literally the best player I've ever seen is the quarterback. We're good. The offense will figure itself out as long as we
Yeah,
block. You block
yeah,
for 8 and it'll be all right. Block for
that's
8,
it.
block for 22, and it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. But that defense has been a thorn in our side for a little bit now. It's like everything looks like fool's gold. Like it's like we have good games and then we just like forget what to do. And I just feel like we're not schemed up well enough. We don't have the coaching isn't there, the tackling's not there, and I would love to see us pivot back to making defense the issue.
Yeah, but
So,
man, John Harbaugh is definitely gonna get another coaching opportunity because he's better than anybody on this list.
Yeah, they love him.
well,
Says who?
Yeah,
Says
so
well,
who? Says who?
here's my
John Harbaugh has been living off of having Ray Lewis and Ed Reed in the locker room for a long time, bro. They didn't like him
yeah.
either, by the way.
If your thing is John Harbaugh, it has the experience. I would say, yeah, that's true. Charles, I just don't. I feel like John Harbaugh is an old school coach now,
Yep.
right? I think the NFL has sort of moved past his sort of ways and his kind of style. Now,
yeah,
could he still win in the NFL? Absolutely. I'm not saying he can't. Again, he could probably go to the Raiders, get them to 9-8, 10-7. He can probably go to the Jets and maybe get them to 8-9. But is he going to take a team over the top? And I just don't think he is that guy anymore.
No, he's not. He clearly isn't. He don't be like, come on, bro. He's clear. He clearly isn't that good. We've been watching him. He started having that. He started having that dick face like that Joe Flacco had before we let go of him too. And everybody went back to loving Joe. But I remember what Joe was looking like, and before we moved on, he just be sitting on the sideline. He throw a pick, not even looking at the tablet, just lost.
Well,
Just
you
like
know what's crazy? Well, no, it's crazy. Lamar Jackson saved John Harbaugh's job, if you remember, right?
yeah,
Because
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, because I guarantee you, if we did not make the playoffs this year and he would have kept Joe as the quarterback and never drafted Lamar, he would have been out because we
Yes.
had at least 3 straight seasons of just lackluster performance.
Yes, we haven't seen. I just haven't seen him make no adjustments. I haven't seen him just do something that was just like, oh man, like that was what a great scheme, what a great adjustment. Second half, we come out and do the same thing we did in the first half, or worse. Like I just, it never look. He's a great preacher after the loss. He definitely gonna like try to keep your spirits high and like bring up some scripture. He definitely gonna be good at like what I'm saying, like you want to take your kids over John Harbaugh's house on the weekend and let them just sit around and while you talk to John. Like he's a sweet guy, man, sweet guy, nice guy, real genuine. But he don't like killers. And it's the NFL. I need you to really like, what I'm saying? You gotta get your hands dirty, man. You can't
And he
pray it
don't
away.
like people. He don't like people that push back as well.
Yeah, you can't
There's
pray it
always
away,
players
man.
in the doghouse with John, right? There's
They be
guys that
and
don't.
they stay there.
Yeah, they
They
don't
go in
mess
the
with his
doghouse.
personality.
They never come back.
Yeah, and you
Like
can't have that. Not
yeah,
today's
like
NFL.
you might like low key. Did they start? Did Derrick Henry start sitting out so much after the fumbles, or was he doing that last year too? Because last year he ain't fumbled at all, and I don't never remember us being like, "Yo, why Derrick Henry ain't on the field?" I don't never remember that. It's like the whole Derrick Henry carries thing started getting funky once he started fumbling.
nah, it was like that last year too.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because Justice Hill he's just not in the third down package.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I don't like Todd Monken because he's like you can't really get in the flow of the game with him, and that's why D Hop couldn't because everybody's a package. Because D Hop is like the end zone package, and
Mm-hmm.
then
Hey, that
I
was a
don't,
big. Oh, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, and the thing about Derrick Henry is that a lot of times when the game's on the line, it's not in the game. And that doesn't make any sense. I don't care about the package. No one cares about the package. And we have
Yeah,
a blocking problem, and then he's not in the. Yeah, so I mean
yeah.
that's
It's
my
always a
thing with Todd
package thing
Monken.
with him.
I'm tired of
Yeah.
that package stuff. Just put the best players on the field.
Now, okay, so let's pivot though, right? So we all like Brian Flores, although I don't. For me personally, I think Brian Flores is like number 2 or 3 on my list personally.
Right.
Um, and when we get down, there's some names here which I really do like. But number 3, Joe Brady, offensive coordinator of the Bills. I like Joe Brady. I think Joe Brady has done a fantastic job with Buffalo, with Josh Allen, with everything around him. Um, Josh Allen MVP, we can disagree if he really deserved to be MVP, but Josh Allen has been in the playoffs consistently, and he has that grit, and I think he'd be able, and I think Joe Brady's the type of guy that doesn't have packages. He knows how to scheme properly, and if you're a playmaker, you're going to thrive in Joe Brady's system. Now, will that translate well with Lamar? You can make an argument that Lamar and Josh do have some similarities in their play style. Let's see. I mean, I think he's at least worth interviewing. What do you guys think?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think honestly, once again, like I said, 8 and 22 back there. Everybody gonna look good. You, Eddie, you would look good coordinating with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry healthy. I promise. But that
Yeah.
offensive line, if that offensive line don't block, everybody getting fired. That's just how it works. So I don't know. I don't know who we bring in to be the as the head coach. Um,
That's why we gotta put some more heat on Eric DeCosta, man. And he's responsible for some of this too.
yeah,
You
he's
know, he is because rookies make mistakes, right? And he's all about these draft picks, but it takes a couple years from
To
a
develop.
rookie to develop, especially under the pressure. And we're dealing with that. I mean, Zay Flowers being a rookie made mistakes. This stuff is costing us these young players, and so
I mean, you
I
gotta
don't
go
know.
young. You gotta go young. You have to try to succeed with guys on rookie contracts. You got to.
Even with Zach Orr as a defensive coordinator, it's just that is that like I don't know. He needs to be responsible. I think he needs to go too. I like EDC, but I just think he's too much on these draft
Oh,
picks.
you want to
You
fire
think
the GM?
you want to
I
fire
think
EDC too?
they should go down with. I mean, him and John are like the same. They both need to go. If you want to change the culture, it starts from the
Wow,
top.
that's pretty
You know.
drastic.
I mean, and I don't like how he did Lamar's contract. Like that should have been taken care of the first time years
Yeah.
ago, and now it's a problem. We owe him $75 million. Why is that not being? Why we not taking care of that? What else is important? So I mean, I'm not saying I'm still a good GM, but I just think that he needs to be taking more responsibility for the team as well. And he's responsible for John Harbaugh can't fire nobody. So
Is that true though? Because didn't John Harbaugh have the final say on the last couple of offensive coordinators, from Greg Roman to Todd Monken now?
yeah, I mean, John on his last deal, I think he has more power, but it's the GM that has to okay it. And as far as the players, like when we let Justin Tucker go, like that's not John Harbaugh. When we didn't, like the player personnel is the GM, you know. So
Well, that's another thing that I also think we have to take into consideration with these head coaches. Are these guys going to come in and completely overhaul everything, or are there going to be a couple of people that are going to stay? Like, for example, I think our running back coach is fantastic, Willie Taggart, and he actually has coaching experience. Um,
right,
I think it would be absolutely foolish to get rid of Taggart. Taggart has done a fantastic job with our running backs. I mean,
right.
he
Let me
he is a genius. So I think we keep Willie Taggart. I mean, there's maybe a couple other coaches that we can probably keep, but that's another thing. Do we completely overhaul the thing and say, you know what, this is not working, we got to get rid of everybody, or do we bring in somebody who's like, okay, maybe we can fix a couple of things here and there, but this is my expertise and I want to focus on that. And I think, and just to say that, I think the offensive head coaches are going to be a little bit easier, or going to have an easier time with the team than the defensive head coaches. right? So when I see guys like Joe Brady or Clint Kubiak or Cliff Kingsbury, I think they can come in, hit the ground running because they got, like Brian said, you got 8, you got 22 back there. It's easy to have playmakers and to make them do what they're supposed to do. I think it's harder with the defense when we have a lot of unproven guys, right? Or guys that are rookies or young, like Mike Green, who we're trying to fit in the scheme or we're trying to see how they are. I think that's a lot more difficult than offensively.
Well, coaches have their own guys. I mean, unless we promote Todd Monken, I would think that they're probably going to go with John Harbaugh wherever he goes because that's how it kind of works. Especially if it's a new system, they kind of just follow their guys.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but like you mentioned, yeah, I mean those running back they could last, but I would think they're going to follow John Harbaugh wherever he goes because he's definitely going to be a head coach next year somewhere if he wants to be. So and he'll be motivated for sure. So
Yeah. So that goes back into my question, right? Should we hire somebody who's more offensively minded, assuming that everybody sort of leaves, right? Can one of these guys come in and already work with the skill set that Lamar has, or the running backs and the wide receivers have, and say, you know what, I have proven success elsewhere. I can take these guys to the next level. Do you see that happening, or do we say, let's bring in a defensive guy and try to fix the defense and offense? You
Bro,
know,
John Harbaugh is not. John Harbaugh is done, bro.
you
nah,
think he's done?
his agent said that he got 7 calls in 45 minutes. He's
I
not
think he's
done.
going
So,
to the. I think he's going to the Raiders. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I think he's going to the Raiders.
He's the hottest. He's the hottest. I mean, John Harbaugh record. He's the what? He has the most wins. He has the highest win percentage.
bro, I don't care about none of that. John Harbaugh is about to
Yeah,
retire. He's 63, bro. It's over. It's over, dog. It's over.
he's
He's
in
not.
he's in he's in top shape, bro. This dude squats 400 pounds.
He's
He's
at
ready to
least
I
about to.
go.
don't.
He's at least about to sit out a year,
I don't see that. I think he either goes.
Nah, he's pissed
You know
off.
what, Brian? That's possible that he may sit out a year, but he is going to get a job
and then
as
he's
a head coach.
64. All
Yeah.
right,
Yo, but he's pissed off. He's a competitor. He's pissed off. So I mean, it's fast. I mean, he has all the money. He has plenty of money.
you seen the crib.
Yeah, and he's getting paid. He just signed a new contract with the Ravens, what, last year? So that's
If he
guaranteed.
if he wants to coach, he will coach.
He wants to coach
Oh,
your coach.
yeah. So and
And
shoot, and
and
he at
there's a
least will end up with
lot
his. He gonna at least end up with his brother. At the very
at the
minimum,
very minimum,
he'll be on
right?
the Chargers
Correct.
There's a
for a
and
Now,
year.
there's a lot of open spots. I mean, we have 7 open spots right now,
What
not
you saying,
including
Brian?
us. I mean, including us. So 6 open spots.
So every team called him in 45 minutes.
that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Now I think Raiders make a lot of sense for him. I also can see him probably going to the Atlanta Falcons. Um, I don't really see the Cardinals bringing him in. The Browns, I think if we don't get Cliff Kingsbury, I think Cliff Kingsbury is going to the Browns
The
because
Browns. Oh yeah, I mean, I see the Browns is a see when you talk about certain situations, I just don't see them as like I don't think John Harbaugh is gonna go pick up a job. Like, I don't think that the Las Vegas Raiders are a destination for people. Like I don't see them looking at the roster being like, "Ooh, I can make that into something." Like that's not that the Raiders ain't that. They got one, they got a tight end, and everything else is like the junk pile. And
right,
then
but you're forgetting the number one thing though, Brian. They have the number one pick in the draft, so the head coach is going to come in and say, you know what? If
this
I
is a
believe
weak quarterback draft though. Who cares? What are we talking about? Who's he gonna go get? Mendoza? That's the guy? I don't believe that. I don't.
Yo, John
so so
Harbaugh goes
so
to
what
the
are you saying?
Browns.
Are you saying John Harbaugh is not going to go to the Raiders based on the Raiders being bad, or you're just saying he's not going to want to pick his own quarterback?
John Harbaugh ain't going to the Raiders. John Harbaugh ain't going to the Dolphins. John Harbaugh ain't going to the Falcons. He ain't going to no team that's like don't got a quarterback and don't have a situation that's already secure. Like that's
Well, the
not what he about
Dolphins
to.
the Dolphins position is not open.
No, it's not
I,
open. Not the Dolphins, but the Falcons and the Raiders are not. I don't see them as destined. That's not a senior citizen's position. Like I don't know what Pete Carroll was thinking. That was crazy what he just did.
The Raiders love senior citizen coaches, though. I mean, they went and got John Gruden, who haven't coached in like 30 something years. They then brought in Pete Carroll, right, who was like 97 years old. I mean, it was sort of fit the bill with going with John Harbaugh, older coach. It's kind of
I mean,
fits.
Brian, I think the Raiders might throw the bag at him because I would think that Brady would vouch for him, and Brady is a part owner. I see your point though, but I don't see any of these teams with a quarterback though.
I'll be shocked. I would be shocked if John Harbaugh has a job. I think that there's people who would hire him. I don't think there's a lack of opportunity.
Okay,
I just don't think that he would weigh it out and say, "All right, I'm gonna go do this now." I think John Harbaugh is probably
okay.
gonna step away.
I
At
actually heard
least, at
some
least
things about Dallas. Is Dallas looking for a coach?
No, Dallas are pretty. No, the Dallas love Schottenheimer.
Okay,
yeah, they got shoddy. They chilling.
Oh,
yeah, that's
matter
I,
what
of
I've heard.
fact, Dallas's offense was one of the best in the league. So he's safe
I
Okay,
kind
for
of,
now.
I kind of want, I kind of what. So Kevin Stefanski, I don't want Kevin Stefanski because he's too rich. Even though he's a good offensive coordinator, I think he's too rigid in how he wants things to be run, and I don't
okay.
think I don't think that would fit into. I don't think it would fit into what you know. So you gotta be a little bit. You gotta be a little looser to
Right.
deal with.
Stefan,
To,
Yeah.
yeah,
so
Stefanski's
Yo,
a fucking moron.
yo,
He's a moron.
Is
He
Tyler
wouldn't
Luke
work
on our
there.
team next year?
yeah,
No,
yeah, he is.
He
I don't
is.
think he is. I don't think he is.
Bro, this is year two. He gonna be there.
We'll
I
see.
don't know.
I think it'll be an open competition in training camp, and I think he'll lose out to somebody.
I mean, if you look, I mean, there's certain things that the Ravens
He
fans don't
can't hit a 50
let
yard field
go,
goal.
and
How are
that's
you an
probably going to
NFL and
be
can't hit
one
a
of
50
them.
yard field goal? Come
I
on.
think he might be done, yo. I mean,
I'm
Luke,
saying he
Luke is
was,
off.
and then he missed that field goal kick from just now wasn't even 50. It wasn't no win.
Right. Right. And he
It
missed one
was
the week before, if you remember, where it was kind of like lined up perfectly, but it just fell short. And that was like a
Yo,
45er.
it was nerves. He said as soon as he kicked, he knew he messed up. You know what I'm saying? It's nerves. You can't. It got John Harbaugh fired for sure.
like,
If I was John Harbaugh, I think the most best looking job out there right now, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, is probably the Giants. I mean, you got Jackson Dart, you have a good receiver in Neighbors, you have a running back in Scatterbo. Hopefully, he comes back healthy next year, assuming he does.
You know
I
what? You're
I
mean,
right.
agree.
You're
that
right.
that
You're
that's
I
right.
not
agree.
a bad, yeah,
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that
that
and
could
that
do it.
defense is actually scary.
Yeah.
yeah,
That
yeah.
defense, that defense with Lawrence and Brian Burns and
Brian Burns, right, yep.
yeah, and they had the rookie that they just drafted.
And they're
Neighbors?
going to
Or is it?
have,
Carter, I think. Is it Carter? The
Uh,
defensive end from Penn State.
yeah,
yeah, Giants. Yeah. Okay. So he's gonna be on the Giants. That makes a lot of
yeah.
sense.
I think that's the most
I mean,
appealing job
it's an
right now.
appealing it's an appealing job.
Yeah, the
Or
least
or the
appeal.
or the Cardinals.
Cardinals is tough.
It's not tough if you're thinking about living.
Yeah.
Well,
That's like that's like a San Diego job. Like it's nice.
it's nice out there, but they're a mess. If we're going to keep it real, like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're a mess. Now, I would say this: the least sexy job is definitely the Tennessee Titans.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I read Jason Garrett is supposed to be interviewing for that.
What?
Yep.
Yeah. I would. Yeah.
Oh man,
That's that's a. Yeah.
Because nobody wants that job, so they're gonna get him out the
Hey.
booth. They're gonna get him out the booth to go do that.
Hey. Just give me guaranteed money. I'll do it.
I wouldn't mind Robert Sala. I wouldn't mind Robert Sala.
yeah, solid.
He did a good job. He did a good job in San Francisco this year. You just got finished saying how they didn't have no
Pass rush.
sacks, no pass
Yeah,
rush, but their
yeah,
defense was still solid.
yeah, yeah.
I got a question for you guys. You think Lamar's gonna have any kind of say in this decision making?
I would hope so. I would hope he would be the first person they ask.
He should be, but I don't know. Now that John's gone, I don't know. I don't know how easy it is to deal with Lamar on the side. I don't. I think that Lamar's a good guy, but I just think that, this is when it's like at some point people have to accept who you are. And Lamar not having an agent, not discussing contracts all season long. I just think that it puts a strain on the relationship. Now you got Eric DaCosta with no, at any given time, Eric DaCosta could just be like, yo, I haven't been able to get a hold of Lamar in a month. That's real. They be well, they could just call his mom. They could just do that. Like I don't know what they
Is
be
his
acting.
mom is his mom agent or no?
That's his manager.
So he has an agent.
Yeah,
Well,
but
let me
but
see.
not but
Let
she
me
not
see.
but she not Rich Paul. It ain't like she went back to school and now she's like like that, like a lawyer. She just has his best interest at heart. I
His
feel like
a his agent is technically listed as self-repped, but it could be his mom. Yeah.
So he doesn't have an agent at all.
no,
Yeah,
he doesn't.
man. But
So,
yeah, I mean that's his thing though.
but I'm saying what I'm saying
Yeah.
is because of that issue, it means that it's kind of like it's hard to have a conversation about what our long term goals are with this team when we can't nail you down. Pause. We can't get you. We can't get you to be a long term member of the team.
You
Right
know, you
now,
know,
right now we don't know. Lamar's scheduled to become the high. He should be scheduled to pick up an extension that would make him the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Like I don't
yeah.
know. He's out here negotiating a contract while Bryce Young is negotiating a contract.
You know,
Next year he
Lamar
will be one of the highest paid quarterbacks. So
Lamar
he
brings so much money to that city.
Yeah, he
Maybe
deserves a point.
he deserves, yeah, he
Yeah,
deserves whatever he wants,
I told you
so
he should be getting a percentage of the ticket sales.
that whole city it's safe too. Ain't nobody having no crimes.
Crime is
Okay.
down.
Crimes down. It's just one big party. Just keeps going on for miles. Every club makes is packed, making a lot of money. It's a good the casinos full. So yeah, he deserves all that. So top golf.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think both can be true, right? Whether Lamar makes a decision, but I think the head coach is going to have to come in, or when he's being interviewed, is going to have to agree to coach Lamar or to fit whatever system he has with Lamar. I don't think it's going to be the other way around where they're going to come in with their scheme and they're going to be like, okay, Lamar, you're going to have to fit this scheme. I think it's going to be the other way around where they're going to have to be like, Lamar, what scheme do you want to run? Which one do you think is going to work the best? Can I adjust to that? I think
Right.
that's what the head coaches or whoever the coach is, that's what they're going to have to be able to do. And I think if they're willing to do that, then I think that person will be the head coach. And there's really only a couple of people that I can see on this list that would they have done that in the past, right? Cliff Kingsbury being, of course, the number one person. Cliff Kingsbury is notorious for adjusting his schemes depending on his quarterback, right? He did it with Kyler Murray, and of course, he had the most recent success with Jaden Daniels. And honestly, whatever he did with Jaden Daniels was a miracle. I've never seen a rookie quarterback come in and light the league on fire like Jaden Daniels did. That was just incredible, right?
What?
And that
Okay.
well, name me another one that you think lit the league on fire like Jaden Daniels.
Lit the league on like Jaden Daniels. RG3 just did that for the same team.
RG3 never took his team to the NFC Championship game, though.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, all right, I got you. I just felt like it just didn't look like it was something that was going to be sustainable.
Well,
Usually when I feel
and
like
you're
something when
probably
I feel like
right.
something when I look at something, I'm like, oh my god, like this dude's just like setting the world on fire. It makes me think like, oh yeah, he about to be, you know what I'm saying? Like when I first seen Derrick Rose, when you first see when you see a rookie that's like cooking immediately, you like, oh, this is. I just was like, yo, this is kind of fluke.
And you know what? You're probably right because he, as you saw, he got injured and he broke down this year, right?
Right. And I don't
So,
know if he's
but
ever going to be able to be healthy like that again.
but that was a historic season though from a rookie, and
True,
uh,
true.
and yeah, so I think Cliff is one of those guys, and I'll be honest with you, I kind of like Anthony Weaver. He's familiar with Baltimore. He was a former Baltimore assistant, defensive
Why?
guy.
Why you
I
like
mean,
Anthony? Why you like Anthony?
I'm thinking somebody like Bill Belichick, bro. I mean, he's from
What?
Annapolis.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, like
He's 80.
I,
Bill's
I mean,
80 and like a bag. He's not a good coach no more, bro.
yo, but
Well,
we just need to win a Super Bowl. If he's good at that, that's all we need. We
you
got
know
the
what? You know what, Charles? Bill Belichick name was being floated around
Brian's
on
like, I can't.
on Reddit. Here's the thing.
Can he even
I
stand
do,
in the cold weather anymore?
it's not even gonna be
So
possible because
old.
you can't,
Why do you think about him?
He
guys.
want us to win Super Bowls.
It's not going to work. He's not getting out that contract in UNC. His contract in UNC is completely ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
We're not paying him that.
Hey, but he's from Annapolis. He loves the Ravens. He's always hyping up the Andy Reid and Ray Lewis. He actually vouched for John Harbaugh for the Ravens to hire him.
And he loves
He,
Lamar.
and he loves Lamar. And that defense is going to be straight under. Ain't gonna be no nonsense.
Here's
Everybody
the
do
thing
your
why,
job. Type
but
shit.
Charles, here's the reason why it wouldn't work. Because Eric DeCosta would have to give him control. Bill Belichick wants complete control of the team.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
Bill
don't
Belichick
see,
is the worst GM in football. Oh my goodness.
well, is he?
You look,
Six Super Bowls.
yeah. I mean, but look at that team though. That's how good Brady
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Well, not to be completely fair to Bill, he did take the team to the playoffs with Mac Jones as the quarterback, and he designed whatever crappy offense he was running behind
Yeah,
him. And
yeah, yeah. But that's what we need, though. We need somebody who can beat Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, he ain't in the playoffs.
Yeah, but I
it's a
mean,
down year. They have a down year. Come on.
Man, you won't look and now it's gonna be just like the other years, like just like in basketball. It's like when the main teams that always win ain't there. Now that means it's gonna be another team that has experience.
right?
So
Yeah,
so now whatever happens this year is going to be either the Bills or the Patriots or the
right.
Jaguars. They're going to be as dangerous as anybody else because now they've seen it. They've been to the mountaintop. So like it's
Yeah,
yeah, we missed our window, bro.
that's why. That's why. I feel about the Texans. They starting to get playoff experience.
Yep.
They can't win in cold weather.
I
Right.
mean they might not. They won't. They might not have to if they oh
Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
no, they'll have to. They'll
are they
have
the
to.
are they the fifth
Yeah.
seed?
Yeah, they have to go to Pittsburgh, and I don't like their chances in Pittsburgh. I'll be completely honest with you.
Yo, they got some serious fans. When I went to the game, we played them in the first round. Was that last year? Man, they showed up. The whole hotel. They was partying. They was cool. They had the little mask on. They got some really supportive fans over there.
There are two teams that I know for a fact if they do not have home field advantage are not going to play well in the cold. Number one is the LA Rams, and number two is the Houston Texans.
I'm a little bit more bullish on the Rams. I think they could. I think they. I don't see why they couldn't win it all. To be honest, so
The
we'll
Rams
see.
are the Rams are ice cold. I'm not I wouldn't put no money on the Rams. Everything was where the Rams needed it to be, and then they
Mm.
let up a 14-point lead against the Seahawks. So now they went from being the one seed in the NFC to being on the road the whole time. I don't know about the Rams. It's all about it's not about the season, it's about how you end. It's about how
But
you it's
they've been
That's a
resting
good
their
point.
players though. They haven't been playing that.
No, they have
Devontae
not.
They have
Devontae
not.
Adams hasn't played. He's been
He
chilling.
been hurt.
Devontae has he's hurt. They played their starters last week against the Arizona Cardinals. Best believe.
Yes,
Yeah, but all right,
that's what
we'll
I'm
see.
saying.
We'll
They
see.
just did not finish strong.
We'll see.
Now, Charles. To be fair, I think they will beat the Panthers. Panthers are some shit.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. I was
But
thinking,
anything after that, I
why
don't
you got the
know.
Panthers beating them?
Oh,
No,
Panthers,
no.
Rams. Yeah. No, they got that one.
Okay.
They got that one.
So who's your Super Bowl predictions? I like to hear this because I don't think we got the same ones.
So let's start. You know what? Let's go with the playoff. Sort of the playoff
My
schedule.
off the top of my head, I'm thinking that the Super Bowl is gonna be the Patriots and the Seahawks.
Ooh, that is interesting.
Off the top, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jacksonville sneak in there.
Yeah. So,
Who's the one seed?
Charles.
The Broncos is the one seed, but I really don't believe in the Broncos offensively. I think their defense is serious, but offensively, I don't believe it.
Charles, who do you have?
I'm going with the Bills and the Eagles. The Eagles he just locks in. It's really hard to beat the Eagles because they don't really throw the ball that much. It's I don't know. You can't stop that little sneak thing. They're just tough to beat. Um, Eagles, Bills for me. Yeah.
For me, actually, let's play this game. All right. So, who do you guys like? Let's start off. Texans and Steelers. Who do you guys like?
Texans.
Charles
They were at the Steelers.
at the Steelers.
In Pittsburgh. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Um,
I
because of the Texans pass rush and because the Steelers don't have a dominant run game, I'm gonna pick the Texans.
the
Who do
Texans
you?
are a better team, man. But
Yeah, no, they're better. But I just think that in the playoffs, I just think that you can play in a way that makes it very difficult for the Steelers to score points. And
I'm
if the Steelers can't score 24, 29 like they did against us, I think the Texans can get them.
yeah, for sure. But I'm gonna roll with the Steelers, man, because I just think that T.J. Watt is a freaking problem. And he just
I,
does crazy stuff.
I'm going to agree with Charles. I don't like the Texans going into Pittsburgh at 20 degrees. I like the Texans, and I think their head coach. I'm blanking on his name. I think he's done a fantastic job, but Steelers are going to be tough to beat in Pittsburgh.
But Texans have the better team, though. But we'll see.
All
Yeah,
right,
okay.
so let's put that on ice for a second, okay? So the Bills and Jaguars. Who do you guys like in that?
That's a tough game. Of course, I'm going with the Bills. But Trevor Lawrence been balling.
Trevor Lawrence has been balling. Who do you like, Brian?
You going with the Jags?
Oh, is this in Jacksonville?
It's in Jacksonville. Yep.
Oh, it don't matter. Buffalo.
This one is the toughest game on here. I don't know, bro. Like,
Oh, Josh Allen hurt too.
is he really?
Yeah, I mean he was banged up 2
Yeah,
weeks ago, and then he went
yeah.
out there. He went out there last week and took the ball, took one snap, and then got off the field because he was like they just wanted to keep the start record alive. So there's no evidence that he's banged up, but
Right,
he
right.
potentially isn't healthy right now.
Okay. So for that
And
case, I'm gonna go with the Jags.
and
I'm going with
Jacksonville's hot. So based around how I look at it, the Texans haven't lost, Jacksonville hasn't lost, the Patriots are hot. That's who's winning this weekend.
okay. I agree with
So
you on the Patriots.
I agree with the Patriots as well. So that's actually so. Let's do it like this. We're gonna pick the
Yeah,
Patriots.
Jacksonville been playing good football.
Oh my goodness! No, so much for that.
That's cool.
All right, so
All right.
Patriots, and then I think we all. I think the majority had the Steelers. So if
Yeah.
that's the case, the Steelers would then go to Denver.
Yo, we could have. Yo, this is was not a good time for us to miss a kick, bro.
No, it was not.
I
No, it was
got.
bad. It was a bad. I mean, look, somebody got. Look, we got to do it.
We could have beat the Texans, beat the Broncos, and beat the Patriots and been in there.
And that's what I was saying last week. I was like, bro, like this thing actually was set up perfectly for us, low key,
It was, man. Dang.
and we blew it.
I mean, but once again, and this is the part that's kind of like it's hard to swallow. But at the end of the day, we weren't good enough. It didn't matter. It didn't matter whether we won that game or not. We were not good enough. We would have lost the next game.
The same way on some crazy
Also,
stuff.
it's just we were never in a groove. We never could get it going. The rhythm just always we looked disjointed. That game the other day was a perfect opportunity for us to get in gear. I've seen
Right.
us in gear. I've seen us look good even against the Steelers, and we just did exactly what we've always done, which is act like we don't want to win the game until the last minute, and then all of a sudden try to turn it up, and then lose in some weird fashion. So that's just what it was, man. We knew what needed to be done. And honestly, we gonna get we gonna reap the benefits of losing that game longer than the Steelers. The Steelers now get a lower draft pick and they get to keep Mike Tomlin and go 9-8 for 2 more seasons.
And they may even get a win. So who do you guys like in that matchup between the Broncos and the Steelers?
Ooh, Broncos and Steelers. I'm picking the Steelers.
Who are you picking, Charles?
Wow, man, we should have won that game. It's hard for me to say this. Oh man. Um, Broncos. They gotta go with the Steelers. Go with the Steelers, man.
That's crazy because I think the Broncos are going to absolutely destroy them, but unfortunately,
No,
it's
no,
your
we can do that. We could do that because I can see that. It's just that the quarterback is young, but that offense
Yeah.
is
It's look,
yeah.
so you're
that's
going.
it. TJ Watt, another 2 more weeks removed from a collapsed lung. Like they gonna be a little. They gonna be tough. They look good too. 3 weeks ago when they was winning, when they beat us, and then they won another game, they was looking all right. When they beat the dog out of the Lions, that was impressive. The Lions ain't been playing good, but still, that was still an impressive victory.
Well, Charles, you're the tiebreaker because I'm going with Denver. So Steelers or Broncos?
Who's home?
The Broncos will be home.
Broncos.
You going Broncos? All right.
No, no, I'm not going. See the Broncos. They really don't. What are they good at? I know they're winning. They have a quarterback that can also run.
I think they have the best
Uh,
defense in the NFL.
okay, but that's going to be evened out with the Steelers. I'm going with the Steelers.
Steelers. All right.
Yeah,
Steelers. It is.
because Aaron Rodgers, he he's just very patient. He's just in a groove. I mean, and when he get DK back, it's going to really set things off. So
All right. Steelers in the AFC Championship game. That's crazy. All right.
it's crazy.
Jacksonville and the Patriots. Who do you guys like? I like the Patriots here.
Yeah, if we're because we be in New England. We be in New England. I like the Patriots. Just because I haven't seen Drake May have a playoff clunker and I've seen it from
Yeah, it may have been balling. Patriots.
Patriot. He
I
probably
also
might win MVP.
I think the Jaguars are a good team and they're probably even a better team. I just don't like Jacksonville in the cold.
Yeah, exactly. Jackson,
Yeah.
yeah, Florida team going into New England. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna pick that unless they got the team that they had when they had Jalen Ramsey. Now that defense was they was with the shits. They was with whatever.
Yeah. Yeah,
Calais
yeah.
Campbell, they was with it. They was with whatever.
Yeah.
And they probably should have won that game. Looking back at it, but other than that, no, I'm not. I'm never gonna pick a Florida team to go in to a cold weather situation.
So now let's pivot to the NFC now.
Hmm.
Cold. How about the Rams and the Panthers? Who do we like in this one?
Rams.
Rams. Yeah, that's easy.
Okay. Now we'll get to that in a second because we gotta see if we have any upsets down here. 49ers and the Eagles.
Ooh, that's a crazy game. I think the 49ers gonna win.
Yo, that's a crazy game. I'm going with the Eagles.
I'm going with the Eagles too. And I think you may not know this, Brian, but the 49ers are banged up. They have injuries on
Oh yeah,
top.
they are banged up. That's true. They're pretty. They shouldn't even be here, honestly. Like
Yeah.
the fact that like their Super Bowl. Yeah, you're right. I'm going with Philly. Yeah, because the only reason why they shouldn't like the fact that they got 11 wins or 12 wins is like with the season they've had. Brock Purdy been out all year. Their wide receiver situation has been messed up all year. Jawan Jennings is like a cracked rib. He just be going out there.
Yeah, and I just don't trust that offense against Philly, who is Philly gonna bring it. Like you just know,
Yeah, you
and
just
it's not. And Christian McCaffrey not even having a good season. To be honest with you, he's only averaging like 3.9 yards a carry, and that's not going to get it done against Philly. Go ahead, Charles.
yeah, but the Philly offense is terrible. That coordinator, but they're still weakest link. So I don't know. I mean, of course, I got them winning, got them going to the Super Bowl, but if they can pull that together for sure. So go with the Eagles. Oh, that's tough.
All right, guys.
Uh,
So Green Bay and the Bears. Who do you
Green
Bears.
guys like in
Bay,
this?
Green Bay.
So I
Bears.
got to be the tiebreaker on this one.
Chi-Town, what up?
Bro, this is tough because I don't trust both of these teams at all.
Yo,
Um, yeah, I don't trust Caleb Williams to be completely honest with you, bro. Like, I think he's decent and I think they have a nice thing going, but the Bears have been kind of looking bad these last couple of weeks. But then you have Green
Why you don't
Bay.
trust him?
Well, let's look at their schedule. I mean, they've kind of faltered towards the end of the season. They lost last week to the Packers. Wow. Well, you know what's crazy? They played the Packers 2 of the last 3 games of the season. They lost to them last week, but they beat the Packers 3 weeks ago. They lost to the 49ers and they lost to the Lions. I don't know, man. It's in Chicago. I'm gonna go with Chicago only because they've beaten the Packers already in Chicago. And the Packers, I don't know. I don't know what Jordan Love's health is. I mean,
He
I don't
back.
know if he's gonna
He good.
he
He set
back.
out. Yeah. He out of concussion protocol. He chilling.
Okay, I'm still gonna go with the Bears though, just only because it's at home. But I don't like the pick. I don't like either of these two teams.
yo, Marlo just texted that John Harbaugh is a good man. But people hating on John Harbaugh so bad. That
He's a good man. Don't mean that
it's
he's
not one comment.
I told you, bro. We've been done with him. We've been done with him. He done with the '90s.
That's crazy. He gave 18 years to this city.
You saying like he's
Hey,
going to jail or something, but he
Charles,
gonna be all right.
hey,
Charles funny, dog. He's like, yo, the disrespect is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they get $200 million because that's what they got to deal with. You know, they get paid to win football games and they take the heat. But that's
No,
crazy. Like, it's
no,
not
LeBron.
one good comment. Everyone's like,
Hey yo,
I just got the notification the Lakers won again. Yeah, the Lakers are hot right now.
LeBron's still going for LeBron's still out here going for 38-8. It's 2026. I just didn't see this coming, bro. It been my whole life. LeBron been dropping 30.
I need to go see him again, man. I've been thinking about going to Charlotte and checking him out
I
one last
went
time.
last. I
He
went
come up.
last year.
They coming to Washington on the 28th.
Yeah, I may check it out. I know we went last year and it was phenomenal. He put on a show. Him him and his son. They were shouting out MVP for Bronny every time he
Yo, I
touched the
was up
ball.
there. I went to the game before then, and nobody was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting in the front, me and my brother and Larry for like, I think we paid like $15 sitting in the front because the Lakers was the
We
next day. Yeah,
yeah, we were down by 30 points, the Wizards being we. Down by 30 points by halftime, and they put Bronny in for the last two quarters.
nice. Yeah,
That's how you know we're trash when Bronny gets in.
they just need to move the team back to Baltimore. Like, it's a way better atmosphere. That stadium is empty. Like, they just needs to go back, change the back name back to the Bullets, and see this thing.
All right, guys. Let's finish this up though. Let's finish this up though. All right. So who we like? Rams and Seahawks.
Oh,
Oh,
that's tough. That's
And
Lord.
just
tough.
and just to be fair, just to for clarity, the game is going to be in Seattle.
I'm going with the Rams, but Brian's definitely going to Seahawks. You got to.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because like that game, the Seahawks like shouldn't have won that game, but then they
Right.
did,
Yeah.
and they won a lot of other games.
Yo, that coach can coach, yo. Mike McDonald, bro. That
And
dude.
Yeah,
that's my
He's
problem with the Rams, right? The Rams they'll look good against really bad teams, but Matt Stafford, when he plays against competent defenses, he's going to throw an interception or two, and that's what happened against the Seahawks. He threw two costly interceptions at that, right? And you just can't win like that.
all
Actually, I
right.
think he may
So,
have thrown three.
so y'all both picking the Seahawks. So,
Yeah, I'm picking the Seahawks. Sorry, Charles. I know how much you love LA.
yeah, yeah. I had the Eagles beating them the next round, so it's fine.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. All right, Eagles and Chicago. Seeing how you guys were very apprehensive on picking Chicago in the last round, I'm guessing you're all picking the Eagles here, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. That was an easy discussion. Now, I will say this: the game is going to be in Chicago. It's going to
Don't
be in
matter.
Chicago,
It don't matter.
but yeah, I don't think it's going to matter. And shout out to Caleb Williams, second year in the NFL, doing his thing.
Yo, I love seeing the memes with the fingernails painted. Like their fans are starting to paint their fingernails and the jokes. It's cool.
The
The
jokes are
fans.
hilarious.
Yeah, like he's winning all these games, and so got the guys are painting their fingernails and be like, "That's my quarterback."
Yo, I'm telling you, they're going to be. He's going to be in the Ring of Honor for the Chicago Bears before he even retires. That's how lousy their quarterbacks is. Like a matter of fact, they're already saying that he is the best quarterback their franchise has ever had, and it's only a second year.
Yo, he made a serious jump. He's nice for sure. He's balling.
Nah, yeah, he is bowling. I'll give him
They
that.
need to get him a new stadium, man.
Yeah, Soldier. You know what's crazy? I want to say Soldier Field actually has been recently remodeled. Well, it don't matter. All right. So let's do the AFC. Patriots and the Steelers. I can't believe we got the Steelers going to the
I
AFC
know.
Championship. Man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
something is wrong with that, yo.
Look
This
at
is this is
the matchups. Look at the matchups.
Yeah.
yo. This was our year, bro.
No, it's not. We was gonna lose. We was gonna lose to the Texans. I don't know why you keep talking. Don't talk about it like that.
Nah,
As
we
long as
don't. We're not losing
if you
anything.
look, if you think about it, like you thought we was good enough to do any of this, then that's like you not being. You saw 18 weeks. You saw us, bro. We wasn't. We was 8-8. We was 8-9. We lost more games than we won.
Yo, we
That's
won a Super
crazy.
Bowl by just getting hot at the right time, bro. I was in the purple Kool-Aid.
We ain't never seen nobody go 1-5 and make a Super Bowl. We ain't never seen it.
Yeah,
We was trash from the jump out the gate. We wasn't good. We was never we
I
was
don't know, bro.
never good, bro. You gotta just let it go, son. Like
I, uh,
I think we were competitive. We were always competitive, but we just weren't like that. Wasn't a good team, dog. I had dudes on my line mid season like y'all watching the Ravens. Right? I think it was the Bears game.
yeah.
I'm watching us play the Bears, and my dog was like, he's like, yo, the Ravens aren't good. I was like, man, it's tough. It's a tough watch, and we won that game. We won that game by 2 scores,
We
and
did.
it would
Yeah.
and but it looked nasty. It never looked interesting. It always looked like we suck, and we just happen to be winning because the defense is playing well. But like all it take, and they only play out of their mind when Lamar not playing. When 8 out there, they be like, "Yo, he gonna get us there." They never play crazy when Lamar play. They just sell for Lamar so bad, dog. Like he don't deserve this.
Well, yeah. I mean, except for Zay and Andrews, Andrews to me is always open. I don't care he ain't getting the ball.
That
But
Mark,
Zay show up for him.
Where was Mark Andrews at the other night?
He caught that first down, but it was a penalty. He ain't dropped nothing. He ain't dropped nothing. It's
Man,
the
he might as well
offense.
been on the couch. He might as well been on the couch
Yo,
watching with us, dog.
it's the offensive coordinator, bro.
All right, guys. So Steelers and Patriots. Who
Just
we
have
like?
with Andrews. What do he have? 16 yards.
One catch for 16 yards, probably, or two, maybe. I think he got two catches.
Hey, he ain't dropped nothing. So, and he was blocking his tail off. So,
So, guys, who do we like? Patriots or Steelers?
Patriots.
Brian.
Patriots and Steelers.
Yeah, in the AFC Championship game. For the record, just so people who are watching us now and who are going to watch it later, just for the record, I picked the Broncos to beat the Steelers.
I
So,
knew, and you just had
so
to do it.
let's
See,
just put it there.
if you going to go, go down with this shit, bro. Go down with this shit. I got the Rams beating the Seahawks.
That is
So,
true. Majority rule. So,
I
but go
mean,
ahead, Brian. Brian,
I
go ahead. Take
mean, I just feel like in most cases there's always an upset. And I just think if the Steelers were to make it to the AFC Championship game, that would be the upset. Everything else would have, other than that, it'd be 1 versus 2 and 1 versus 2. Or the
yeah.
Eagles, I guess, wouldn't be the two. The Eagles are the three. But uh Patriots versus Steelers, I'm going with the Patriots.
Thank you for making that easy, so I didn't have to be the bad guy. Yeah, for the record, I picked the Patriots as well. Although, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have had the Patriots in this position because I would have had them losing to the Broncos.
Oh, because if the Broncos would have won, it would have shuffled the matchups.
Yeah.
Got you.
All right. Patriots in the Super Bowl. All right. Now, the toughest one of them all, the Seahawks and the Eagles. The game will be in Seattle.
Eagles. Saquon Barkley gonna go off.
Not against that defense.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That defense is killing them, but I'm going with it. I'm going with the Eagles.
Do it.
Where you going with, Ron?
You think
See,
Sam Darnold's going to the Super Bowl?
I mean, it seems unlikely, but I seen Trent Dilfer go to the Super Bowl, so anything's possible.
You going
I
with
seen Nick.
Seahawks?
I seen Nick
Okay,
Foles go with the Super Bowl. How about that one?
Facts.
bro. Yeah, this gonna be. Ain't nobody gonna watch the Super Bowl.
No, I mean, not nobody from Baltimore.
The Patriots versus the Seahawks. Ain't nobody watching that.
Well, hold on now. Brian didn't give us his pick yet.
Uh,
I said Seattle.
You going with Seattle? All right, so I got the tiebreaker. I don't know.
Yo, if Mike McDonald runs the Super Bowl, yo, that'd hurt so bad, bro.
Yeah, it will hurt, and it will even hurt even more if it's with freaking Sam Darnold, who, by the way, the Vikings could have kept and probably would be in this position this year, but they chose to go with a clown named JJ McCarthy. Um,
Jeez.
I I like Seattle and everything they've done this year, and I really like Mike McDonald, but Philly has been there the last 2 years. They have the experience, and Jalen Hurts. They call him playoff Jalen for a reason. I mean, he shows up during the playoffs. I'm going with the Eagles.
Yeah. Eagles wins another Super Bowl.
Well, I ain't say all that.
That's a lie.
I ain't say all that. And we can talk about that in a second. But Eagles and the Patriots. Who do we like here?
I'm going with the Eagles.
Yeah,
But I
and
like
I'm
the
with you.
Patriots a lot, a lot. But
I'm with you too. I'm going with the Eagles. And it's so vanilla too, because like they won last year, and then to go with them again this year, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm going with the Eagles.
they
Brian, tell us
healthy.
what. Brian, tell us
They
why we're wrong, and the Patriots are going to win. Are going to beat the Eagles.
I mean, I don't think the Eagles gonna beat the Seahawks, but if y'all think the Eagles gonna beat the Seahawks, even though they be scoring like 15 points a game, but all right.
yeah, they terrible to watch.
Yeah, so but all right, y'all just it seemed like a lot of name and brand recognition going on, and not a lot of film breakdown, not a lot of matchup dissection. Y'all just out here like, oh, the Eagles, but I'm saying the Eagles haven't been, they're not playing well. They look god awful when they're out there. AJ Brown still isn't happy. Devontae Smith got dinged up in the last game. Jalen Hurts is not. Yo, we gotta have a real conversation about Jalen Hurts too, bro. Because the
Hey, I
way
gotta
y'all,
go. I
the
gotta go.
way,
My
huh?
I gotta go. My
All right, man. Take it
kids
easy.
waking up later.
All right,
All
see
right.
ya. Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just think that Jalen Hurts is just one of them quarterbacks. It's like you can't really. If I had to break it down as to like what his skill set determines, he
Mhm.
does. He's not a top 10 quarterback. That's how I break down. Like anytime you can go out there and your team win, you just happen to win and or you lose and you didn't have but 13 yards passing for the whole half. That's like an indictment on like what your capabilities are. He not that like he's not like that. But but the conversation about what a quarterback is and like what a playmaker is and like how like is what a leader of men is. Like I think he does all the other stuff, no doubt. I think he's a top tier like man in the locker room. He's a top tier teammate for sure. And he gets the most out of his body, the most out of his ability. He squeezes it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like to me, eh, it's not quite Tebow. It's a little bit it's better than Tebow. But it's something like that though. It's not like a pure quarterback. It don't look nothing like it. So when you tell me that they about to just walk through the playoffs, I'm like, yo, how is this dude that ain't I mean, yeah, I don't know. We've seen them do it before, but they were hot and playing well before. And they were relying on Saquon Barkley. Now they got Lane Johnson out. Saquon Barkley didn't run for 1,900, 2,000 yards this year. He ran for 1,100. So you're just putting a lot of pressure on his plate. And it seems like Nick Sirianni, I still don't believe he's a great coach.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot of reasons why I don't believe in Philly. So, but if they got to go to the Super Bowl, yeah, I wouldn't. If the Eagles go to the Super Bowl, I definitely think the Patriots are going to beat them because if the Patriots get there, I think that they now have the Patriots have now if they make it to the Super Bowl, they will have validated all the question marks about them not having a good them being young, being inexperienced, them not having going against a lot of talent. They now would have gone against 1, 2, 3 playoff teams, 3-0, and then the NFC Championship game in Santa Clara. I think that they would win if they got there.
Well, that was a lot, Brian. And I have to say, I disagree with the majority of everything you said.
Ah,
I'll start off with the first one that you said, what I think was an interesting point. You said that Jalen Hurts is not a top 10 quarterback. I actually do think he's top 10 because I think one of the things that makes a quarterback important or at least good is the ability to either win games or not do anything to hurt your team
hold
or
up.
get in the way.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Let me see something real quick.
Sure.
Hold up.
You looking up the stats?
No. I'm going to the quarterbacks. And I want you to tell me who he better than.
Oh, sure. We can do that. But to finish my point, I think the one of the most important things about winning a Super Bowl is having a competent defense, and the Eagles have, in my opinion, one of the best defenses in the NFL. And I think they're going to show up against, especially an inexperienced quarterback like Drake May. Now, I think the Eagles' road to the Super Bowl is a lot easier than other teams will be. They have a banged up San Francisco. They have an inexperienced team like the Bears, and against the Seahawks, that's kind of like a flyer. But I'm going with the experienced team and a guy who's been there before with Jalen. So and I really think that they're going to get the job done again. I do believe, though, if it was Denver, I do believe Denver would have beaten the Eagles. I would not have picked Eagles to beat the Super Bowl champions, but here we are because you guys have Pittsburgh beating Denver. So I just think that matchup kind of suits the Eagles. It's going to be a low-scoring, grinded-out game, and I give the edge to the guy who's been there. I give the edge to the guy who's won Super Bowl MVP, and to a head coach who has lost the Super Bowl and has won one and has a record of 6-3 in the playoffs. That's how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, Jalen Hurts has definitely had success, bro. Like I can't take it away. The team has been great, and he's been a conduit to help them be great.
Mhm.
But tell me, is he better than Patrick Mahomes?
Well, I mean, Patrick Mahomes, in my opinion, is the best quarterback in the NFL. I know he got
No,
hurt.
that's cool. I get that's fine. That's
Okay.
plenty.
Okay.
Is he better than Josh Allen?
No.
Is he better than Lamar?
No.
Is he better than Matt Stafford?
I would say yes.
Damn, that's crazy. All right. All right. Well, fine. Is he better than Joe Burrow?
No.
Is he better than
You said Lamar,
Justin?
right?
Is he better? Yeah, I said Lamar. Is he better than Justin Herbert?
I say yes because one thing Justin Herbert cannot do is win when you need him the most. Let's be
All
real.
right.
He can't
I
win.
know, but it's like you, but you can't. This is my thing. I'm asking you, is he good? And then your response is Philly, the Eagles team is better. I don't like that. Because Justin Herbert has been slogging through whatever it is the San Diego / Los Angeles Chargers have been doing for the last 20 years, which is it's hard to see a team. They don't get up for nobody. They live in Los Angeles. They hike and hang around and do things and surf, and then they go out and play football on Sundays, and nobody even comes to the games damn near. Like that's not the same, bro. Like you can't. You gotta remove the success of the Philadelphia Eagles from Jalen Hurts to evaluate the quarterbacks on their own merit, not on their team's merit, not on the success of their running back
Okay.
as a quarterback position. And so
Here's
every
what.
time you say it and say that it's because they win, it's like, well, that's not reasonable.
Okay. Well, here's. I'll give you this. If you would have asked me that question last year, I'd have said yes. Justin Herbert is better than Jalen Hurts. But
Okay.
because Justin Herbert has taken such a seat back this season, like he's looked bad, bro.
Who?
He's Justin Herbert. I believe he's actually second in the NFL in interceptions this year. Let me look that up.
No, I mean, but they winning. They was winning, and he got hurt.
He gonna let you down.
Honestly, I would say Justin Herbert has not been the stats don't
Yeah,
tell his
bro.
story no more.
13 interceptions, bro. I mean,
That's cool. I mean, the stats don't tell his numbers no more because they play different under Jim Harbaugh. They don't air it out. Like remember in them first few years that it was all about Justin Herbert just slinging it, and now they play way more conservatively. They rely on Justin Herbert's legs a little bit more. They let him. They just try to take whole shots in selective spots, and his receiving core is like questionable as hell. I don't know who. Um, yeah, they got a questionable receiving core. Lad
they
McConkey's their
got
one.
and McConkey took a big step back this season.
Yeah, I think he was kind of banged up. He one of them guys. He got dinged up and just didn't get right. All right, so what I'm saying is, if we take away the winning aspect of which is a team thing, you know what I'm saying? It's 11 on 11, 22 guys to make the win. Uh, I don't see Jalen Hurts aside from in moments, not you know what I'm saying? It's like Joe Flacco. Like Joe Flacco for the regular season, it's like, yo, if you had to say was Joe Flacco a regular season, if he was a top 10 regular season quarterback, you would keep landing on no. But then when you get in the playoffs, you like, is Joe Flacco might be a top 5 quarterback in the playoffs. And so it's like, is he a good quarterback? The net answer, nah, because you don't play in the playoffs, but only a few times a year, and that's kind of predicated on if your team is good or not. Like it's not, you cannot just have credit for that. That's me. Now everybody look at it differently. I don't just give credit just for being a playoff performer if
Okay.
17 weeks out the year you aren't like that. And I just watched that fool. I mean, it was raining in the Buffalo game, so that's not a good example. But he be bad, bro. He looks like not like he can't complete throws down the field in regulation games. So once again, is
But he has legs though, and I think his legs are an X
he
factor,
don't
right?
he don't barely use them no more.
Let me. What is his rushing stats this year?
A lot of tush pushes. So yeah, I
Uh,
mean, I think that if you get down to like
Better legs than Justin Herbert.
I think that if you get down to like the Jared Goff part, like I think that he's like right below that.
I put him. Yeah.
Above.
The thing with Jared Goff too. Jared Goff to me is going to be Justin Herbert in like 5 years. Yeah,
No,
Herbert,
no,
bro.
no. Herbert can
Herbert.
move. Herbert can move. Herbert's a move.
Every time I see Herbert play, no, Herbert can move, and he actually does run a lot better than I thought he did. Um, but Herbert, every time the game is on the line and it matters the most, he folds like a cheap soup dog. Like we saw it last year, bro. Like they had the game and this man out there throwing 5 interceptions, dog. That's not your team being bad. That's you just not having the mental maturity to make smart decisions. And with Jalen Hurts, you can say he doesn't throw it well all the time, but when it matters the most, bro, he performs. And that's my problem with Justin Herbert. When the game is on the line or time for him to perform, he disappears, bro. And that has to be part of the evaluation when it comes to quarterbacks.
What
Now,
though?
I do think Justin Herbert does have the skill set to be a great quarterback, but every time the game's on the line, he just, where am I? Am I in the playoffs? Is this the fourth quarter? Like he just goes away.
Who? Justin Herbert?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean,
And bro, last year was bad. You saw that playoff game, dog. I know you saw it. That
yeah.
was on him.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Justin Herbert fan, but I do recognize he has a skill set as a quarterback, as a deliverer of the football. He can do it. He can do it at a high level. So that's the only thing. That's what I'm saying about Jalen Hurts. All the other aspects of being a quarterback, he got, but the deliverer of the football thing that looks questionable. It looks questionable. But what's the name? They both got that. He had 2,000 yard receivers.
Who? Herbert?
Nah,
Oh,
Hurts.
Yeah, Devontae and yeah. No, I will say this: if
That's
your point is
wild.
which team is better, like has more weapons, the Chargers or the Philly, I'll say Philly.
Philly,
I
way
mean,
more,
yeah, way more.
way
But
more.
I think now I never said that Hurts was a top five quarterback. I think he's top 10. I think he's like 8, 7 ish. You could probably make an argument for number 6, but I think he is better than a lot of the
Yeah,
guys in the league. And but then if you would have said top 5, I would have been like, nah, he's not a top 5 quarterback.
that's yeah. So that's what. Yeah, I mean, look, he's very. I just think that he's very clearly not a top five quarterback,
But top
and
10, yeah. I mean,
it I think a strong argument could be made that he is just outside of the top 10. But
but who you put? Okay, so you're putting
an
Herbert.
argument could be made that he's in the top 10 as well.
But who is your top 10 though?
So we got Patrick,
Okay, that's
Josh,
number one.
Lamar,
Okay,
Joe.
Joe Burrow. Okay, top three. And that's my three as well.
That's four.
Who's your fourth one?
Patrick, Lamar, Josh, and Joe are four.
Josh and Joe. Okay, those are my four as well.
So that's the fourth. And then what I see from Matt Stafford is makes him five. Uh when I go to six, I look at Justin Herbert. I look at Dak.
Dak.
Yeah. I look at Dak and and like honestly, now based around his play this year, you can start talking about Trevor again. He been looking them Jacksonville Jaguars been balling, and he's been a main conduit for that. All right, now we
Boy,
get
you
this.
better hope Trevor wins a playoff game. Because
No, I mean if he don't, he don't. That's it's fine. I don't. No, it don't bother me none.
I will
But what
say
I'm
this: Trevor Lawrence is one of the worst quarterbacks in completion rating as far as like quarterbacks in the NFL. I just want to throw that out there.
I mean, what you mean worse? Like he not under 60%, is he?
He is just at 60. He's the 30th ranked QB in
Okay,
completion percentage.
60% will get it done. 60% will get it done, and
It does.
that receiving core isn't tremendous. So it's not like he's not. You know what I'm saying? Like give him Devontae and AJ Brown and see what it looks like. That's all I'm saying. And then
And you'll put him over Jalen Hurts,
who
Trevor
Trevor Lawrence?
Lawrence.
Uh, if I gotta build a team, yeah, because he's a better deliverer of the football. Um,
By what metric though, bro? Like, I mean, last year 60% completion percentage as well. Now the year before 65, respectable. The year before that 66. Actually, he's been going down every single year, which is interesting.
I'm saying, bro, I'm the numbers don't always tell the story. I'm looking at the game. Look at the eye. The eye test is telling me that he looks better. Trevor Lawrence looks better. He looks like a more complete, a more calm, a more poised quarterback. He's running when he's supposed to. He's throwing the ball away when he's supposed to. Cause that'd be a key component as well. Sometimes guys, you know what I'm saying, you get into that thing where you always try to make a play, you keep trying to force it, you keep trying to make a play, and then you realize like, yo, I could just get the next down. Let me just go ahead and scramble out here and throw the ball away. Now that's not a that's a stat. That's an incomplete pass. That's a tick down on your numbers. But you're better at it. I think he's gotten better.
I think this year he's definitely gotten better, but I wouldn't put him above Jalen Hurts. I put him sort of like around the same range as Jordan Love. I think Love is kind of the same guy as Trevor Lawrence in a way. It's like Love maybe
Yep.
slightly a little bit more quicker on his feet. Um,
And then we
but sort
got
of
Baker, and then I liked what I saw, man. Now, oh, actually, yeah, but that's
I
probably
like
it.
Baker.
That's probably it though. I can't go no more. I can't. Jared Goff, I think, is like good, but like he's just so limited in his movement. Aaron Rodgers is super old. Kyler Murray is done. Gino is not good enough. Brock Purdy is interesting, but uh he's just probably too small.
I think this year, if we're just basing it off of this year, because last year would have been a whole different story. Because I would have had Jalen Daniels probably like 7 or 8.
And,
Um,
and yeah, when Jaden Daniels is healthy.
yeah, I think he's a beast. Dak, I would actually have up there as well. Um, yeah, and then Drake May. I mean, the season he's having this year has just been fantastic. I mean, you can't ask for a better season for a quarterback. 72% completion rating, 4,000 yards. He uh, he even has a little bit of wiggle in him. 200 yards rushing.
He
You
got a
know,
little wiggle in him.
he got a little wiggle in him, and yeah, so I kind of like him as well. I know. I just think Jalen, he's one of those lower tier. He kind of reminds me a little bit of like Eli Manning, where Eli was never like, oh my God, the best quarterback in the NFL. But Eli, when the game's on the line, he gets it done. And Eli's good enough on a good team to take you to the promised land. So, I mean, and that's kind of how I grade Jalen. Now, I will say this with Jalen, that I think he's better than Eli. Jalen, to me, doesn't have a lot of mistakes. He doesn't fumble the ball. He doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. And I think that is key, especially in the playoffs, which is why he has had so much success in the playoffs because he doesn't turn over the ball.
Yeah, no, Jalen Hurts. Look, at the end of the day, bro. I again, we're saying it's hard for me to. I cannot give Jalen Hurts credit for being on a good team. That's all. That's all we doing. It's like everything about Jalen. I'm like, I have to separate the two. I can look at it and say he's successful in his situation, and also look at his situation and say it's way better than most people's situation. Just way better.
Mhm.
Would other people find success if they had Philadelphia's offensive line and a defense? Yeah, I think so. And then we would just have to randomly just say, "Oh, Dak Prescott's good," or we would say Brock Purdy's good, or we would say like, it's whoever it is that will be behind that offensive line with that running back and those receivers and that defense. They would all be successful, bro.
I
I just
think Purdy. I think Purdy's more of a Brock Purdy's more of a system. Like I think the argument for like guys being a system QB, I think it's a better argument for Brock Purdy than it is with Jalen Hurts. Because I do think if you take Brock Purdy out of that system, he may actually struggle, on other teams.
you don't think Jalen Hurts would struggle on another team? Are you nuts?
Depending on the team, I think Jalen. If you put Jalen on Baltimore, I think he would be fine. I think if you put Jalen in maybe
No,
Dallas, he'll be fine. A
no,
matter of fact, I think you put him in Dallas. Well, no, the Dallas defense is just terrible.
no,
Um,
just
I mean,
no.
you saying no, but I think he's a decent enough passer that he could
That
get the job
offensive
done.
line, what are you talking about, bro? Lamar Jackson is literally one of the best passers of the football ever. Not an exaggeration.
And
Ever.
Tyler Huntley did very well with the Ravens as well. So
No, he didn't. All he did was throw the ball to checkdowns.
all he did
That
was
was that
win
was that
as
was not
well.
that was not delivering. To see, that's what I'm talking about. Just because he won doesn't mean that
Bro,
it,
winning is
bro.
everything.
Not when
Bro,
you're. It's not everything when you're discussing if someone's good or not. It's what I'm saying. That's
oh
not
man.
reasonable. It's a metric. It's a metric. You can use it. You can use it as a metric, but it's not the only thing. You know what I'm saying? You can. It depends. It's up to you, bro. Because that's the same conversation that people was having about Brock Purdy when they were winning games and he was leading the league in quarterback and QBR. And it was like, is
Mm.
Brock Purdy the MVP? It's like, bro, this is ridiculous. He's not like this is not this is a circumstance.
And Jalen was actually in the conversation MVP. He was second in the MVP voting. I want to say the year before last
At
year, I
that point,
believe.
at that point he was, and then Lamar went crazy on Christmas, and then it was like, okay, this is what it looks like when an MVP gets it going.
Super Bowl
Okay, I
MVP
got it. It
too.
does look a little different, It looks different. Aside from a couple playoff games, Jalen Hurts do not be setting nobody. He don't scare nobody with his throwing. If you don't scare
Okay.
nobody with your throwing, you're not a good quarterback. That's it.
We can beg to differ, but he Super Bowl MVP, 2-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champ. I mean,
Pro
the
Bowl don't count.
accolades are there.
Pro Bowl definitely don't count.
All right, fair enough. Pro doesn't count, but the stats don't lie either, bro.
That's yeah. I'm saying look. All I'm saying is if we're gonna bring up Jalen Hurts's stats and look at them like that, we have
Mhm.
to add context and say, well, his roster is probably he's had a top three roster for the last 5 years. So it's like it's not like he took a jalopy and had it out here on the Autobahn racing nobody.
You could make the argument he did in 2021, though. His running backs, I can tell you his running
Everybody
backs.
had COVID, bro. What you talking about?
Bro, you keep see. Here's the thing. I'm giving you like facts and stuff, right? You keep on coming back with like excuses on why I can't put him in that category, bro. Like at the end of the day, dog, he wins, right?
What
And
category?
Jalen Hurts, he wins, bro. He's a winner, and he gets the job done. And it's not sexy, but he gets the job done. I mean, for the longest time, Tom Brady wasn't sexy when he got the job done. Matter of fact, you can make an argument that his first couple of Super Bowls, he wasn't even in the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. It was always Peyton Manning or Brett Favre
Oh,
or
I don't deny that. I don't think Tom Brady was. I think it was very clear that Tom Brady was not the best quarterback in the league for most of his career. It didn't start even being a conversation until after he got suspended and like came back and like it didn't really even start being a conversation that Tom Brady was like the man for real until at least aside from that '07 year when he threw about 50 touchdowns to
I don't know what Charles. I think he's talking about Tom
throws
Brady.
15 passes a game. He's probably talking about Jalen Hurts.
Wow,
Is that
that's
Charles?
crazy. Yeah, that's Charles.
Yo, the AI got Charles looking crazy.
I didn't recognize it at first, but then when I saw a Great News podcast, I was like, oh yeah,
So,
it's Charles.
yeah, that's nuts.
He got
But
that
yeah,
official premium. What do you say? Eagles have a top defense and offense.
yeah, bro. Like they're really good. We can't just say, oh, Jalen Hurts be winning and then not acknowledge that. Well, a lot of people would win in this circumstance. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like I agree.
Just
The tush push is really, really good because he squats 600 pounds. I agree. That's a wrinkle that every quarterback doesn't have at their disposal.
yo,
But everything else within the offense doesn't just work because Jalen Hurts is good.
I do believe though, if you put Justin Herbert on that team, he will find a way to lose games
What?
in the playoffs, especially
Bro,
because.
that's wild.
And I guarantee you, he'll find a way to lose against the Patriots if they're up next week. I can almost take that to the bank. As a matter of fact,
I
I'll
mean,
take it to the bank that he'll throw 2 interceptions that game.
yeah, no. Yeah, that's wild to imagine that he would just be bad for no reason. I think that the Chargers have been playing poorly. They're injured. Their offense that they lost all their offensive linemen. The fact that they even stayed competitive enough to make the playoffs this year is more so a testament to their coaching staff and them just like sticking together as a family.
They were
Like
good though. I think they were. Yeah, they were good though, Brian. I mean, 11-6. They were
I mean, but
solid.
uh, again, they were good, but I said it's a testament to them as a team, as a roster. I mean, as an
Mhm.
organization that they stayed with it because they lost Slater and they lost Joe Alt. So you lose your linchpins at your defense
Oh yeah,
at your left tackle and right tackle.
yeah.
It's just like your running game. Omarion Hampton was out for maybe 12 weeks. Like they just didn't really. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at their stats. They're not very good. I mean, their leading rusher had 600 yards and 4.1 yard per carry. Their leading receiver, even worse, only had 789 yards. And then Keenan Allen, God, they're still throwing Keenan Allen out there, had 777 yards. Keenan Allen's 34 years old, by the way.
Yeah,
Um,
Keenan Allen got his little incentive deal, I think.
mhm. Quentin Johnson. Yeah, that's the thing with Quentin Rand. Like Quentin, he has all the tools to be a great receiver, and then he just doesn't put it together.
Quentin Johnston.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not good enough.
He did lead the team in touchdowns, though, with 8 touchdowns. That's
Yeah,
pathetic. They don't really
yeah.
have any.
They don't have
Yeah.
much, bro. They don't have
Yeah.
much. There's not much
Yeah.
going on over there. Not enough going on over there for you to make a wild assertion of uh what
Justin
just
Herbert choking. Oh, well, I'll tell you this.
well the choking thing is real. The choking thing. But again, I I don't put as much stock in that as people do. Like it wasn't. I don't know if it's like him or if it's the scheme or if it's the circumstance or like. I just think that when you're talking about football, like it's not like basketball. Like it's not like oh, it's 5-on-5 and I play offense and defense. So like when it go left and I'm supposed to be the man and I can't get it done, that's like that was me. That was all me. But like in football, it's like I threw the pick and you gonna say I threw the pick, but like he didn't block. The play call was trash. Like there was so much. There was so many things that the receiver slipped. Like there were so many things. Just like in that Ravens game, like they called the play, bro. Zach Gore called the play, and the homie went out there and just slipped and gave up a wide open touchdown. Like that's you can't do nothing about that. But you'll be like, oh, Aaron Rodgers is so clutch. Like that's what you would say about that. That's what you say when you just like look at the stat. The stat shows that the Ravens gave up the touchdown, but it's like you can blame the
Yeah, I mean, there is an eye test to it as well. Yeah, but when I see Justin Herbert, I see a guy who's not necessarily comfortable in his skin, and maybe he will develop later on to be comfortable. And maybe it's the weapons around him. I'll even pivot to that. His weapons maybe not all that great, but I just with the way
Have
that
you
team.
watched Chargers games this year?
Yes, I have.
He looks better, bro. He looks better.
I think he personally, I think he looked better last year.
He looks better. He looks poised. He looks like
Now,
he doing the same thing like how Trevor Lawrence does. Like it's like he just throws it away when need be. He still has that rocket. He'll still put
I
that thing on a rope, and then sometimes he'll just scramble. He scrambles more,
I
and
think
he
you
broke
mixed
his
up
hand and
last year
came.
with I think you mixed up last year with this year. I think last year he did that because last year only had 3 interceptions. This year he had 13. But to your point with his surrounding not being that good, he
Bro,
had
yeah,
he
he
was
lost.
sacked. He was sacked 54 times, Brian.
That's what I'm saying.
54. But so that's what I'm saying. I think last year he was better than this year.
I'm a throw, but it doesn't mean just because my stats tell you that I'm better doesn't mean I'm better. That doesn't mean that. It just means I mean that the season was better. I mean my offensive line, my left tackle, my right tackle weren't injured last year. It looks better, right? When the offensive line is way healthier, you throw less picks.
I
Lamar
saw them
just
choke. I saw them
how many
choke
picks
against the
Lamar throw?
Giants. Uh,
Lamar threw 4 picks last season.
yeah, Lamar had a great season last year.
He wasn't worse this year. Lamar didn't wake up this year and it was a lesser quarterback. He just was injured and there were extenuating circumstances that led to him throwing 11, 12 interceptions, which he did. Doesn't mean he's worse.
Yes, I
I'm
found the game. He choked in the game against the Giants, who are a great team, right? They lost 18-21. He went 23 for 41 in that game. And this is the game I remember because I remember him throwing an interception at the worst possible moment, and they end up losing that game against the Giants. Bro, you can't do that. You
Was that
can't
this
tell
year?
me that was this year. That was on 9/28.
So in September,
Where everybody was healthy. So you
he
can't give
threw,
me that that the
No,
team
they
was.
started the season. They started the season off without Slater. Slater got hurt in preseason, so they never had that, and they just so happened to draft a left tackle that they had to switch over to left tackle, and then Joe All got hurt like by week 5.
Okay. But yeah, I remember that game because I was just like, damn, Herbert back to his old shit. But then
And also another aspect of that, the Giants defensive line, hell, hell. When they healthy, people be throwing picks. Abdul Carter, that's who the draft pick was. Abdul Carter,
Mhm.
um, uh, Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Kevin Thibodeau, Kevon Thibodeau. They're a problem, bro. That Giants team is like,
Oh, I agree. That's the best. Listen, if I'm a head coach,
yeah,
and yeah, that's where I want to be. Jackson
yeah.
Dart. I mean, yeah, Cam Scatterbo. Like, I want to go there. Malik Neighbors gonna come back healthy. Like, I want to go coach the Giants. I think they have the most to offer. I mean, outside the Ravens, of course. But if we're talking about anything besides the Ravens, yeah, I think that's the place you want to be hired at. I mean,
So
we'll
yeah,
see.
we'll
We'll
see.
see. I mean, they have a tough game in New England. And hey, listen, if Justin Herbert delivers, I take back everything I said because that's going to be a tough game. And if he can win that, they probably got the easiest road to the Super Bowl because Jacksonville, I don't know. Although they wouldn't play Jacksonville, they would actually play. They'll play Denver. That they could, what they beat Denver this year. I think. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I mean that's a divisional game, so that turns into a coin flip. Division games turn into coin flips.
Yeah. Yeah, he beat Denver early. Yeah. Yeah. So if they can get past the Patriots,
And now looking back at it, bro, there's no way the Pittsburgh Steelers are going into Denver and beating them. Actually, I'm looking at that shit. I like with the collapsed lung of Trevor of T.J. Watt going up there in thin air
hey,
and playing.
listen, that's
And
what I said. Y'all, you the one that picked the Steelers, though. You and Charles is on them.
ain't no way. Yeah. We delirious, bro. We just out here punch drunk. We delirious after just what I'm saying, like when you get your face kicked in
Yeah.
on national television, you just have like what's it called when you fall in love with your abuser.
Oh,
I think we got
the
Stockholm
Stockholm. Yeah, the
syndrome. Yeah.
Stockholm syndrome. Yeah.
We got Stockholm syndrome right now. Like the Steelers just look so good to us because they just keep on smacking us.
And what's crazy is that they didn't even look that good. They like you said, the corner fell down, and Aaron Rodgers throws a perfect ball in his hands. But let's be honest, he ain't completing that ball. The cornerback is probably still up. Yeah, I mean, I don't. The only way I can see them beating Denver in Denver is if for some odd reason Bo Nix just has a very bad game, and even then, I still think their defense bails them out. You know what I
We
mean?
got we
Like,
gotta see it, bro. We gotta see it. That's another thing. I don't like giving nobody like. Let me see. Yeah, like we don't even know what Drake May going to do. Is he going to treat it like it's a regular game, or is he going to go out there and be like, "Oh, it's the playoffs, bro"? Like, oh, I just a little bit turned up, too much energy.
and you
I
know what?
don't.
If there is going to be an upset, it will be that game, the Chargers beating the Patriots, because I think I read it somewhere, but the Patriots had the easiest schedule in NFL history.
Yeah, yeah, but they've had teams that had easy schedules make it to the Super Bowl. So
Yeah,
it's not like a all you can do is play who you play.
that is true.
All you can do is and everybody who they played on their schedule, if they wasn't very good, they blew them out. So that's
Yeah,
just it's not like they've been playing with their food and struggling through bad teams.
yeah.
They've been smoked. If you're not good, you're getting smoked 40-14. So that's
I,
that's the
I,
one thing that's the one thing I'll say to that team
I am looking at it right now, and it is actually true. They only played two teams with winning records this entire season.
all season.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so
That
that's
that is
where.
actually nuts. Well, why can't we ever get that lucky, right? Like, why can't we get the Raiders the first game, then the Dolphins the second game, and then the Saints, and then the
Well,
Titans?
this year coming, the blessing in disguise once again is that we'll get a second place schedule next year instead of this
Uh,
year. This year that first place schedule do be hitting. It be hitting different.
yeah, it do.
We
It
had we
do.
had back to back first place schedules because we won the AFC North twice. Would have been the first time an AFC North team had won 3 times in a row. So the fact that we didn't means that we get that little lesser schedule, meaning we get to play some of these other teams. Maybe some. I mean, the second place spot is tough too, though. It's not like the Bengals who get a last place schedule and still miss the playoffs,
Yeah,
or the Bengals with the Browns too. Who had the worst record, the Bengals or the Browns?
I want to say
The Browns. The Browns. The Bengals.
they.
The Bengals won like 6 games.
Yeah, the Bengals won 6, and the Browns got won 5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So yeah. We'll get a second place schedule will be a nice little relief for us.
Bro, I just still can't get over New England's schedule. Like, whoever put this together was an asshole. Like, do they really give them the Titans, the Browns, and the Falcons and back to back? Like, that is just crazy, dog. Like, they played the worst teams in the NFL. Like, every team that was like the worst team they played.
There. I mean, who you talking about? The Patriots.
The Patriots, dog. This schedule. Yeah, bro. When you had a chance to just look at the schedule, like whoever put that thing together, like, they should be fired. It
Dog.
was a layup that they literally could have threw anybody on that as a, well, maybe not anybody, but like a decent enough quarterback, and they would have gone 14-3 as well.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about the Patriots.
It does help to have the Jets and the Dolphins in your division, though.
That's yeah, man. That was the reason the Bills' success was totally predicated. I mean, it's always it works a certain way. The reason why we watched the Patriots have so much success for all those years back to back was because the whole division was trash. The reason why
Yup.
we saw the Chiefs catch fire over these last few years is because their division was trash. As soon as the division gets competitive, lo and behold, people start missing playoff. You start stuff starts slipping between the cracks. You can't win as many games as you could before. You can't count on getting 2 quick ones from all these teams. That's 6 wins if you got a bad division. That's six
Yeah.
wins. You know what I'm saying? The Patriots was feasting off the Bills, the Jets, and the Dolphins. For 20 years they did that. So it's like now the Bills are good, and the Patriots had to take a step back for a second. Now the Patriots are good, but the
Mm-hmm.
bill, but the Bills are good too. So it's gonna be just like the Ravens and the Steelers and the Bengals. It's competitive. You ain't
They're going
going.
to be fighting.
They're
Yup.
gonna be fighting just like the NFC West, where it's like, or the NFC East, where you got the Cowboys and the Redskins, or the Commanders and the
Commanders,
yeah, and the
Eagles.
Eagles and Giants. It's like
Mm-hmm.
the Giants might be trash, the Commanders might be trash, but Dallas always give you some go. And Philly been solid for the last few years. Now
Mm-hmm.
Philly kind of had a little run because the division, aside from the Commanders having a little, the Commanders kind of stepped outside themselves last year. But like,
Yeah.
but the Giants and the Cowboys haven't really been very good for a little bit. So it's like
Yeah.
that's where Philly been having success in. Like you like it's just there's not no secret sauce to it, bro. It's just like if you got 3 franchises in your division that are inept, you probably are gonna get a first round bye.
I mean, and partially, I mean, the Texans have been feasting on that low key for the last couple of years too. Because I mean, the Jacksonville's always let you down towards like the last 5 games of the season. The Colts, I can't remember the last time the Colts have been to the playoffs. I think what, Andrew Luck maybe, and then And then you have God, who else is in that division? Yeah, the Texans who always win it. Jacksonville who win it once every 5 years. The Colts who suck, and there's another team that's just always the Titans.
The Titans.
Ever since Derrick Henry left, not even Derrick Henry. Because they beat us and they didn't go back to the playoffs like a good stretch. And even then, that was kind of a fluke that year that Vrabel had them because before then they were trash. So yeah, like that
Exactly.
division has been terrible as well. But I think I'm
Well,
glad
you
to
got
see
that.
that.
What?
What?
Oh, I was gonna say
Unless,
that in the NFC South, they that whole division just sucks. They
don't even
just
get me started on that because my
that's just
girl, is a Tampa fan, and don't even get me started on that division.
oh my god.
That 8-9 won that division, dog, and three teams were 8-9.
And they I'm about to say, and they do that like every year too.
Yeah, typically 9-8 gets you to that division.
9 and
But
8
this
wins that
year,
division.
bro,
This year,
9-8 not only wins you the division, but you get the home field, right? And typically, the team that gets the home field in that division always, for some reason, wins their first game of the playoffs.
yeah, because they be playing playoff football early, trying to make it. They be in a groove.
Oh man, yeah, that division's some shit. Yeah, I actually think the NFC South is the worst division in the NFL by far.
Yeah, I mean them or us this year.
Yeah,
Them or
yeah.
the AFC North wasn't very nice.
No, it was not.
Not very nice. Very yeah, questionable.
But I'm glad we go. I mean, we get an easier schedule next year. Perfect. All right. Well, we're 2 hours in. I think this was a great show. We touched on a lot of topics.
He did.
I didn't even think. Who do we pick for this? Oh, that's right. I think we picked the Eagles.
Y'all pick the Eagles. I pick the Patriots. If the Patriots make it that far, I'm picking the Patriots.
But you did revise your pick to have the Broncos beating the Steelers, though, right?
Yeah. I would switch that.
Okay, and then
Broncos beat the Steelers, and then it'd be maybe Broncos Patriots in the final.
Okay.
Either way, it's in New England, and I think the Patriots are better than the Broncos.
Now that game would be in Denver, though. By the way.
Oh, true. Yeah. It doesn't matter where it's at.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the Patriots. I like that team. I like how they run the ball. They got Ramondre Stevenson. They got the rookie, uh, the other rookie running back from Ohio State. I don't really care too much about their wide receivers, but I like Hunter Henry.
What are the wide receivers? I actually don't even know. Oh, Stephon
Oh,
Diggs.
Stephon Diggs. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but aside from him, I'm not really impressed with their receiving core.
Mac
But
Hollins and
yeah.
Kayshawn.
It ain't nothing crazy, but
Yeah.
again, the running backs are good. The offensive line, they got that first round draft pick out of LSU. He was hurt. He coming back for the playoffs, so they're gonna have a good offensive line. Then you got to deal with Drake May, who getting better and better. Drake May looks like a better version of Bo Nix. Like he just looks like Bo. Like they do the same type of stuff. They can kind of run around a little bit. They throw the ball deep, but like Drake May looks better at it than Bo Nix. So like I like what they bring to the table. And then that Vrabel coach defense, that looks good. It looks good to me. They be hitting. So,
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I actually like Drake May over Bo Nix personally. And I think Drake May just seems more refined in everything that he does. I watched a couple of the Patriots games, and they look serious. That defense is legit. So yeah, I like them as well.
I will say this though, they got to get Bo Nix a real wide receiver, not like Cortland Sutton, like a dude.
Yeah,
Like Cortland Sutton's cool, but like I would like to see Bo Nix with like a guy that he can throw to consistently because Cortland Sutton doesn't seem like he's consistent enough.
and Lad McConkey can't be leading your team in receptions and yards. Like he's a good like slot guy, but he's just not.
Lad McConkey, but you talking about for the Chargers?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Lad McConkey does play for the Chargers. My bad. Why do I think for some reason he plays for Denver? We are talking about Denver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who's on Denver? Yeah, Cortland Sutton. Who else? No, they had
Troy
that one skinny
Franklin.
dude, Franklin. Yeah, Franklin. Franklin's all right.
I'm saying he all right. Yeah, he's like a little like, a little wrinkle. Like having him out there for sure. But
Yeah,
he ain't he
he
ain't no
ain't
he
no
ain't
difference maker. Nah, yeah.
I mean, he's a difference maker for that team. But it's like
Well,
it's like if they had Tyler Lockett as the number one and like the number if they had Tyler Lockett having to be the number two receiver, you feel like a prime Tyler Lockett as your number two receiver, you kind of feel like I wish he was my third receiver.
oh, so Franklin's more like a Tyler Lockett type of guy.
Yeah, like he's fast, he's small, he can get open, he finds space, and him and Bo Nix I think related.
What?
Yeah, like he got what's it called? He got adopted by Bo Nix's family.
Wait, I gotta look that up. For
Yeah.
real? What? Oh yeah, they played together in Oregon.
Yeah, played together at Oregon, but
Let me
I'm
see
trying.
about them being related, but that they have established relationship. Blah blah blah. That would be crazy if they adopted him. Hmm.
Oh no, Tez Johnson. I'm tripping. Tez Johnson that played. He did. They did adopt a black person, but it wasn't Troy Franklin.
Oh, it was Tez Johnson.
Yeah, Tez Johnson that plays for the Bucks.
Their adopted brothers sharing a close family bond with Patrick Nix. Wow. Now, did Tez also go to Oregon too? Yeah, or he did go to Oregon.
Dang.
They adopted him at 15. I didn't. I did not know that.
So
Yeah.
Troy Franklin just went to Oregon with him,
Yeah.
and Tez Johnson really his brother.
They should probably bring in Tez Johnson in the off season.
They probably will.
Yeah.
Oh, look, once Bo make it to this second contract, everything opens up. You start calling shots unless you Lamar, then you just gotta wait and see what happens. They disrespectful.
Nick Bonito had a great year this year. Wow. Denver got a little team.
Denver got a team. They not nothing, but they in the same boat as the Patriots, where it's like I don't believe it because it looks like fool's gold.
Yeah.
But I got more faith in. I mean, they both got something. The reason why I have less faith in the Denver is because I have less faith in their running game. If J.K. Dobbins was having like some wild resurgent year, I would be like, oh, Denver might do it, but not the way it's set up. I don't believe in it.
I I just yeah. I think for teams that haven't played in Mile High to go there and winter is kind of tough. So I kind of have faith in that and their defense, but yeah, their running game isn't spectacular, and I still think J.K. Dobbins is their best running back. He's not bad. I mean, he wasn't great, but he's still averaging 5 yards per carry, and he only played in 10. Is he healthy?
Cool.
J.K. No, J.K.'s not healthy. J.K. hasn't
Uh,
played since November.
yeah, he's out for the season. He's done.
He done? Okay.
Yeah.
So that means R.J. Harvey has to be there. Yeah, and R.J. Harvey's not good. He's not having a good season. 3.7 yards per carry.
Yeah, he'd be only going off in fantasy when he playing against me. That's it. Other than that, he'd be having regular games.
If JK could just stay on the field, JK would actually be a beast. JK's last 2 seasons have been actually pretty damn good. He just never plays more than 13 games a season. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we did good today.
We did.
So we'll see. I'll say this: we'll see how everything comes up or plays out by next week. We got some picks in here which are quite interesting, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll see. What we gotta come back to this and see what. Let me screenshot this. We gotta come back and see if we hit the nail on the head. And we are changing that pick.
Yeah, Denver and Pittsburgh, but we'll get to that next week though.
Yeah, and we gonna put some money on this.
Y'all were wild for having Pittsburgh in the AFC champion. I still can't believe that. Y'all should have heard yourselves. Yo, after this, just rewind it and just listen to what y'all were saying, dog.
I'm telling you, I could already. I'm telling you, that's called Stockholm syndrome. We're just out here crushed, and we just and like in the back of my mind, like I always like the team that puts me out of the chance to win it all.
Yeah.
Like it just, but this I just hate the Steelers.
Yeah. I hate them too. I mean, I'll give them the first game, but the next one, I don't know. All right, bro. I'll let you know.
All right, bro. Yeah, good game.
Yeah, all right. Good stream.
Yep.